Hey, didn't see you there. Welcome back to the worst D&D channel. This is episode 18. Don't laugh. It is, I think.
It is.
Why would I laugh? What?
Anyway, we are going to be playing a game.
That's why we've assembled today.
Would you like to play a game?
Yeah, I would. Apparently, you guys were on the wrong map, but that's fine. You guys are in misery.
Yes, we are.
In more ways than one. Anyway, welcome back. This is the worst D&D channel. We are streaming our 18th episode. We are a actual play. If you're listening, I guess podcast or video or YouTube channel, whatever you want to call us. We're playing with a mix of the Ultramodern 5 book, which is a book made by Deus Ex Machina. Feel free to check it out. They're, I think, Canadian-based company. I should probably check into that more, but whatever. And then we also are taking some like monsters and classes out of the 5e book as well, obviously. If you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, I recommend catching up on our YouTube channel, also known as the Worst D&D channel on YouTube. But yeah, that's pretty much all of my shtick. We are going to move on to Dashes to give us a recap of what happened last week. Dash, please let us know what happened.
Last week, we were about 2 hours out of Zion when we picked up an automated distress call from a voice we recognized to be Ilaria, an elf lady who also happens to be Dash's mother-in-law, coming from Zion saying that the city was under attack and anyone who could help or give assistance, they need immediate help. So we got a plan together on our way over there. We entered the city through the south gate on foot, southwest gate, and then snuck into the city, trying to make our way to the armory because that's where we figured we could find more people. We did get a radio signal from one person inside the city, but he was scared that we compromised his position and asked us not to talk to him anymore. So we thought we'd enter, search around a bit, and then try to radio him back. So the first few buildings we entered, bodies strewn everywhere. All of their silver weapons that they were using to battle against these werewolves that have been attacking the city have been destroyed. They clearly had lost the city, and it was just a slaughter from there. So we ended up aggravating a certain very large werewolf. Narrowly escaped due to some magic from Boone, a hypnotic stare, I believe. And then we forced our way further into the city, sneaking around, got our way to the armory, which is where we found this individual that we had caught on the radio earlier, a bronze dragonborn man by a name I don't remember right now. What was it, Matt?
Dracus.
I don't have that written down.
Timothy.
Darn it.
Jimmy.
It was not Jimmy.
Anyway, whatever his name.
I'm pretty sure it was Axius, but I don't want to say that for sure.
So someone will correct us. Anyway, we find him in this building after he threw a dagger at me and stabbed me in the chest.
It was the arm.
I do have it written down. It's Ariax.
Yeah, I got
That's the arm. But anyway, we meet up with him, and at the same time, this enormous werewolf picked up our scent and followed us there. So there was a bit of a standoff where we were kind of negotiating for our lives as well as the citizens of the city, and we had some differing views on who should actually make it out of the city. Because we gathered a confession out of the guy that mentioned how they might have been aggravated. These werewolves might have been antagonized to the point where they were attacking the city because they had kidnapped some and experimented on them to try to duplicate their resilience to all manner of weapons aside from silvered weapons. So that's why these werewolves have been attacking the city. So Kenny was of the mind that anyone who was part of the city and knew about it should not be allowed to leave and should be left to their fate. Whereas Veda and Dash and Boone more lean toward the idea that everyone in the city should be saved. So there was that. After a bit of negotiation, the werewolf allowed us 10 minutes to get everyone out of the city peacefully. After that, war was back on again. So we did. We managed to find Ilaria, who was barely clinging to life in the broadcasting station. Got her and everybody that could make it out of the city. There was 28 total, I believe. And we got out of the city and we started driving our way back to Misery. When Veda, being very pissed about Kenny's decision, said that she'd punch him if he said one more word. He said another word. He got punched. Kenny reacted and punched back with a repulsor glove inside the truck, causing it to flip on side. It was a bit of chaos. Tensions were high. People were pissed. And anyway, so after that kind of got resolved, we kept on this caravan going back to Misery. And Kenny ended up murdering one. Oh, yeah, we threw him out of the truck because he was one of the people directly involved, one of the doctors directly involved with the experimentation. So we threw him out of the truck to walk on his own for the rest of the way. And of course, he fell behind enough that Kenny just picked him off with his sniper rifle. We got back to Misery, started getting all the citizens organized so that they had a function and a place to stay. And my wife Thea is no longer in critical condition, but she's still in some intensive care. And they could have used a doctor, so Dash went and tried to find this doctor, which was no longer existing, and so tensions flared up again between him and Kenny, and that's where we kind of left off.
Yeah, that was pretty much the end of the episode. That was a very good recap. Thank you. Thank you, Dash.
It's amazing what happens when the person who is doing the recap was actually there.
It was actually at the game. Yeah, it's strange.
Amazing. The detail.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked that we didn't have Elaine doing the recap, because that seemed to be the way things went. Anyway, so we start things off with, basically start off exactly where we left off, with Dash walking away from Kenny.
Hey, Kenny was walking away from Dash first.
Kenny walking away from Dash and Dash yelling after him. Anyway, so what are you guys doing?
What time of day is it?
I think you got here around probably around 11 a.m.
I think Veda headed back to Dash's house after she talked to the mayor, head of the town, so she'd probably just be helping out, doing whatever chores needed doing in there until everyone got back.
Kenny would walk near the outskirts and fly and land on the roof of a building somewhere and just look out into the distance, sitting there.
And just sulk.
Oh,
yeah.
the broody himbo.
All right,
He's
I'll make my
trying
way
to take
back.
time to calm himself down.
I'll make my way back to the house too.
I'm probably gonna go try and find Veda.
I'm organizing the forks in Dash's kitchen. It's just, they're all over the place. You got the big forks and the little forks. Is this a crab fork?
The funny thing is, you don't know how accurate that is to real life.
Is it?
Yeah, Dash walks in the kitchen. Why are you touching on my forks?
You gotta have them in one spot. How are you supposed? What if I wanted to eat a nice crab dinner and this crab fork was with the spoons?
Then you pick it out of the spoons and use it. Stop touching everything with your dirty paws. Sorry. It's fine. Thanks for your help. And he walks into the other room.
Slowly put the forks in.
Does Dash have a kitchen table or anything?
I
like
mean,
that? I
yeah,
would assume.
It's all makeshift.
it's nothing amazing, but yeah,
I'm
it
not
has a
saying
table.
something fancy. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
The killer table.
I will go into the kitchen. Hey Veda, you want
Yeah.
You want to come sit down for a second?
I'm really working on these forks.
The forks will still be there. Don't worry.
Oh, I see both their ears just droop. I'm like, okay.
You're fine.
I didn't start it.
I know.
I didn't even finish it. The whole truck flipped over. Okay, maybe I started it slightly.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I was actually I clung onto the seats and it didn't really hit me.
I'm not talking about the truck flipping. Are you alright?
I mean, I'm still mad, but
I can tell that pretty well.
he was gonna kill everybody.
Is this just about that?
I mean, mostly. I mean, I get that he had a rough time and all, but I don't even have that kind of authority to who lives, who dies. At least when we're not in battle.
Veda, you're smarter than you give yourself credit for. You know your fist can't fix everything, right?
What I'm mostly good at.
I know. That's not all you're good at. That's not all you have. You're more than just being able to punch things. You're your own person.
I said I was pretty smart, and when we dipped the stuff in the silver, but when we didn't even use it.
You have good ideas. You can't start second guessing your decisions. You can't question yourself. You're a strong person. Only weak people question themselves.
I just wish Bernadette was around most of the time to tell me what we should do.
The only person that can tell you what to do is you.
It's not how it's supposed to go.
You have to be able to make your own decisions, Veda.
Do you think
Stand
I
up
was
for
wrong?
yourself. No. I also don't think you were right. No one was.
We could have saved more people if we hadn't been arguing.
Yeah.
But what
you know
else
what?
was...
We still did save people.
Yeah.
Arguing or not. You know you need to apologize to Kenny. And Dash.
That wasn't my fault that Dash's truck flipped over.
You did punch him.
I gave him fair warning.
You were involved in it. I'm not saying either of you were right. But you're still part of why it happened.
Then he'll think it's okay to just decide, yeah, you
No.
can kill these people.
It's not alright, but the two of you are acting like children.
Maybe tomorrow.
You're both better than this. I'm not saying you have to apologize right now. Like, everyone's tensions are high. Everyone's upset. You do need to apologize. Arguing with each other ain't gonna fix nothing. This world's already shit.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay, maybe tomorrow I'll talk to him about it and I won't punch him.
Alright. Well, here. This might help, or this might make you feel a little bit better. And I'm gonna rummage into my bag. I'm gonna pull out the notebook I got from Emily before the sub went down.
Nice.
And I'm gonna hand it to you, Veda. It still has the googly eyes that Emily put on
Aw.
it, but you can see that I tried my best to remember how the honors call crest looked,
Where is it?
and it's drawn onto the front of it.
Oh, I can't find it. I had a notebook. God damn it. It looks so cool. Alright, now. Oh, fuck. Okay, pretend.
But yeah, so you'll see on the front, I tried my best to recreate the honors call crest from off of your old rule book when I slide it over to you.
Is this like
When
a
I
real
first when I first met you, Veda, I don't think I gave you enough credit. I'll be honest. Especially with being able to make it out here. I didn't think you could.
Well, I
didn't-
don't think we would have done
I don't
it all
think
by
I really-
ourselves.
I don't think I really gave you that chance either. And I'm sorry that I ripped up that rule book of yours. And I know this probably isn't as good or as direct, but I'm hoping it helps.
It's wonderful. Not that any of these really apply anymore, but you heard of jaywalking? It was a big deal.
If you have questions, I'll explain it later, or
You cut out.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I'm here again. I apologize.
Actually just broke for a second.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
it broke for everyone. And Kat was just talking.
Okay, so Elaine, we heard up to like I'll explain later.
okay. Or you're smart. You probably be able to figure it out on your own. There aren't really rules up here, so it's just a lot of kind of what I've learned over the years. But you had a rule book in the bunker, so I figured you might as well have one up here too.
I love it. Thank you, Elaine.
You're welcome. And I will be texting you everything that is inside of that rule book
Oh jeez.
momentarily.
Oh boy. I'll have to stick it in. Where is my actual... Damn it. You weren't here last time, so you didn't see it. It was real cool.
Oh man.
There was a notebook that had like a badge on the front, I think.
Yeah. How the hell did I... You'd think I would have put it with this notebook.
You'd think. Okay. So you guys have your moment together. Your mom comes out, Dash, and she comes over to you and she's like, "Oh, hey. How was your trip?"
Eventful. We got no, it was all in all it was pretty good, but it didn't end super well. Things are a little tense within the group, but we come across more survivors. Zion has fallen.
Oh. Okay. One question. Who is the elf lady in my bed?
Oh, that's Ilaria. That's Thea's mom.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah.
kind of have. I guess I see the similarities now. Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, she's a big reason that we're actually still alive. She's one of the first people we found. Like after I went looking for that bunker, we actually found her afterward. That bunker was destroyed, but her and a handful of the first group survivors. She was instrumental in getting all of them out alive.
Okay. Well, she's being taken care of now.
She
According to our nurse, I guess if you want to call her that now, she said they're mostly superficial wounds, couple of deep cuts, but she should be up in approximately 2 hours.
Wow, good. That's good news.
Yeah, no internal bleeding, I believe, is what was established. Just a lot of external bruising and damages.
All right, good. All right,
But
well, I'll find a place for her and we'll get her out.
Yeah, no, that's not a problem. But I guess it's kind of good news about Thea.
Well, she's stable, but news could have been better.
I mean, she's not awake, but that
Yeah.
it's better than, the struggle breathing that keeps us up at night,
How's did the machine heal her burns and stuff, or like
All of her burns and stuff are healed. Like, she looks normal again because it heals like surface level wounds / like bullet wounds and holes and stuff like
like broken bones and stuff too, or
that. Somewhat, yeah.
okay, gotcha. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
But hey, she looks good.
Yeah, she's definitely looking a lot better. That'll probably help a lot with all the pain, but yeah, she's got a long way to go.
She said something about pressure buildup. No, the nurse.
Oh, the nurse
said something about pressure buildup in her head.
We gotta find a doctor.
Yeah, that is scary to think about. There's more and more blood forming, apparently.
Okay, well, we'll head out. Okay, as soon as I can get these civilians organized, we're heading out again.
Well, Loesch said your truck has to charge for about a day as well, so.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you have to stick around, old mom. I'm kidding.
I know. There's far worse things.
I'll make us all something to eat, and you guys go deal with your stuff.
All right, thanks, man. We'll let them know.
Also, Dash, I don't know if you remember, but you have seeds.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Okay. I just didn't know if you remember grabbing them. Okay. So she heads off into the kitchen area, and it's like, who moved all these forks around?
I'm gone.
Dash, where's my crab fork?
I don't even know what it looks like, Mom. I head out.
Okay. So you head out into town, or just where are you going?
Okay, I'm gonna go meet up with Jack Lewis.
Okay. So Jack is standing in front of all these people. It's like, all right, see if they need more help at the bar, I guess. You guys, I guess we have janitorial staff now. I don't know. Start building your houses might be a good idea. We have some mercenaries who will be going out to do a scrap run. You can accompany accompany Ludwig. He might be able to help you find some good scrap. But
Oh, Jack.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, don't mean to interrupt you, but where's the mayor?
There is no mayor. You would know this. Jack Lewis is the sheriff, who is the guy who runs the town. There's no mayor here.
I was calling him the mayor. That's my bad.
Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha. I thought we were a little more organized than that.
No.
All right. All right. You still organizing the whole lot?
I mean, you keep bringing people to.
I know.
At least these guys kind of know what they're doing, but
they are a little more adept at surface life. So you got professions? You know, I'm looking for some botanists or some farmers.
oh, I just sent them off to go. Hey, you two, come back over here. All right. This one's Emmanuel. This one is Libby. You two, apparently Dash is looking for your expertise.
All right. Yeah. How long have you been growing food?
Well, not to brag or anything, but we were raising our own vegetables and things like that in Zion. We had smaller animals that we were breeding as well to kind of have a food supply. You know, rabbits. I'm sure you've seen them around. But
Jack, what's
kind
the
of just
state?
starting off.
Jack, what's the state of our local farmeries here?
Non-existent.
Oh my. Okay.
You have tomatoes?
Right.
Or
Yeah.
somewhere
Who,
else?
well, who have we got that actually works on some gathering of like foods or some vegetables or fruits or something?
Well, I mean, Colin, the owner of the Urban Hog, he does the
Colin?
food stuff.
Oh, no, that's not good enough. That guy can't. Okay. All right, Emmanuel. And what'd you say your name was?
Libby's my
Libby.
name.
Okay. All right, you two are going to be in charge of taking care of our new gardens. All right. Now, can you what you need to make good soil?
Dead bodies.
Yeah, lots and lots of dead bodies.
Well, we definitely leave a large wake of those as of late. So,
I mean, we'll need dirt and then some sort of fertilizer, which we can use rotten flesh. We can use nitrate, you know, something to
All
get
right.
the
Jack, did you have
things
any?
going.
Jack, did you have any people that were kind of mismatched? That didn't really have a function.
Yeah, you brought me a whole whack of people from a bunker.
All right, give me 3 of them,
Okay.
please.
We're gonna
3 of them.
trade them for other people.
We're gonna kill them so that we have rotten flesh for them.
We need those lemons.
We need tomatoes. All right, sandwiches just aren't sandwiches.
Things we do for vegetables.
All right. So when Jack heads off, I pull out this bag and I was like, "All right, here are 2 seeded potatoes. We've got half a bag of tomato seeds, and we've got 2 lemon seeds and a celery heart in this sack. All right. Do you think you can make something of this? Like, it's a start."
I mean, yeah, we were growing more than this at Zion, but yeah, we can start off.
All right. So you take these 3 people, and they work for you now. All right. Do you think you
Okay.
can? Do you think you can manage a crew?
Yeah. We can check out that salvage place. They might have some tools or something that we might be able to use.
All right. You get started as soon as you can. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
No, and you talk to
nothing
Jack.
better to do.
Yeah. Well, you talk to Jack about where you can actually set up shop and plan to expand it. All right, and make sure you have lots of room because there's lots of people coming here, and we need to feed them all.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right.
You
All
know,
right,
it takes more than 2 seconds to grow these things, though, right?
Not if you're really good. No, of course I know that. All right.
Okay.
All right, and I'll put you in touch with Colin. That way we can start figuring out how we're going to distribute this once it starts getting going. And manage that. But that's where you're gonna work. You're gonna stay here a while, right?
I mean, our home was destroyed, so that makes sense.
All right. All right. We'll make sure that everybody's gonna be comfortable here, but everybody's gonna need to work real hard. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I
right.
get it.
All right, and as leaders of your crew, you're going to need to explain to your crew and keep them on board that that's what's going to happen, and that try to make him comfortable in this new situation too, right?
Yes, I think we're
all right. Good.
We're good here.
All right, good. All right, glad to have you on board there, Emmanuel, Libby.
Well,
all right,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
we
Go.
said, nothing better to do here.
Yeah, go chase after Jack. I'll make sure that you got a place to stay.
All right, they leave.
Okay. I'd like to talk to Jack some more once he's done with them. We
Okay,
can.
He's
cut-
walking away
cut to
so that
someone
he
else.
can get the other 3 people. Kenny, are you just being Kenny?
Yeah, he's just sitting there thinking for a couple of hours.
Okay, Elaine, anything else you're doing?
I'd probably go. I'm gonna go looking for either Dash or Kenny, whoever I stumble upon first. If Kenny's up on the rooftop, I'm probably not gonna. I'll be honest. I'm probably not gonna think to look up to go find Kenny.
That's fair.
But Kenny's always up.
It's the secret. They never look up.
Emily comes walking out and she's like, "Oh, hey, hi guys. I kind of felt some weird tension when you guys got back. Is there something I should know about?"
Is this all of us, or is she talking to Elaine?
I guess it'd be Veda and Elaine, because I think you guys kind of went back together.
Bounced.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. It's not that I forgot about you, but I kind of forgot about you. How are you doing?
Oh, that's lovely to hear.
There's
missed
been a
you.
lot going on. I'm sorry.
I'm doing okay. I don't have a replicator anymore. Food is kind of garbage from Urban Hog, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm not dead, and there's actual people here. So,
Yeah, how's socializing going?
I mean, I pretty much just hang out with the bunker people that were living with me for 2-3 weeks, however long they stayed.
That's
with
still
me.
more than you had for the last how many
100
years?
Yeah, 100 years.
So it's something.
You're right, it is. It's not a notebook with a face on it.
Those are adorable too.
Okay.
But I guess real people are better.
Yeah, you know, they
Usually.
talk and don't smell like rotting flesh, and yeah.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, we had an adventure. When was the last time we saw you?
Last time we were in
when
Misery.
you left me here.
Like a week or two.
But yeah, a little over a week.
Did we have the real Kenny with us or the fake Kenny with us?
It was fake Kenny. Actually, no. When you got here, it was no Kenny. It was Robin.
It was Robin. Fake Kenny
Oh.
died before we got them out of the
Yeah.
sub.
Fake
Oh, so you
Kenny
haven't
died
met-
on the shoreline.
Ooh.
No,
She,
she met Kenny.
she met Kenny. It's just when
Kenny,
we
Kenny.
went back again.
She met Kenny the first time. When we went back, he was dead before the guys got her out.
I guess a lot did happen. My family owns a spa.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Do I get a discount? You know, friend stuff.
of course. It's kind of a distance, but yeah. Well, I gotta bring back
Oh.
some nice smelling things for River.
Oh. Well, what is she like? I know Loesch has some old oil in his shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't smell great, but I don't know
Oh.
what she's into. So
Well, I mean, she sells everything. So maybe some
From what
people
I
would like it.
gather, she likes to experiment with those soaps of hers. Is that what you
think you'll
well,
said?
give
hey,
it to me for
there's
free?
there's old oil. I don't know what you could make out of it, but
You never know. There might be someone who wants to smell like old oil, right?
The scent for every person.
I wouldn't like
Exactly.
to smell like that.
Neither would
so,
I.
Veda, what you've been exploring the world more than me. What's it like out there? I feel
Well,
like
it's
we kind of have like a
dangerous.
common connection. Like I was living in a submarine, you were living in a bunker. I feel like it's a kinship.
Yeah. So we ended up in a whole new world with whole new rules, and it's kind of terrifying and gross. But sometimes we have fun.
Okay.
We found these like weird mutant people who are kidnapping travelers and turning them into mummies.
Okay. I'm glad I
But
wasn't part of that.
Boone got to perform here, which was nice. Did you see that?
No, but I saw the sign.
He's getting real famous.
It was a really good performance.
There was a really good pie that we got, but then this religious racist dude chased us out. But
Oh,
we still got the pie later.
We left on our own accord.
You
You
mean
told
the
me to leave.
Crimson Angels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the ones who were at our shoreline, remember?
Yeah, he was not
I
very
may have gotten
very
into
nice.
it a little bit with one of them in the restaurant.
He was real important. He looked all poofy, you know?
On his high horse.
I haven't seen a single horse. Do we have horses?
Somewhere.
There were horses walking around Zion, so yes, you have seen horses.
Oh, were you?
Yeah,
Oh no.
Yeah, they were all medieval there, so they had horses and stuff.
Oh, did any horses survive the purge?
No.
Aw.
The
They got
last
eaten.
pony.
Did the horses have more than one head?
Sure.
Like the cow.
Anyway,
Like the deer from the 100.
Yeah.
so it's nice to have you guys back. How long are you staying?
I don't know what our plan is from here. We
We're
weren't
gonna
go
be
to
here
a
at least a
forest.
day or two.
Okay. Do you want? If you want, you could come over to my place for a bit. We can hang out. I can make you guys something if you want.
Yeah. Oh, I bet you're a great cook.
No, but thanks.
That's great because I don't have any money and I was gonna look at the cafe, but then I didn't want to
Yeah,
take stuff out of Dash's house.
Tokens are definitely a little tight at the moment, but
As Dash is
Yeah.
laying on his pile.
That you have no idea about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do.
I can smell it.
You really don't.
She's like, well, yeah, I've been doing a bit of work. The mercenaries will come back and they have money from the jobs that they do, so I'll like clean their house or something and, make a bit of money off that.
Oh, good.
it's good that you're working. You're doing something at least.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of miss the sub, but I do really enjoy being on the surface. Because, like, the sub, I had everything provided for me and stuff. I didn't really have to work. But at the same time, it was lonely and cold and somewhat dark.
I know it's a
Yeah.
big change being up here.
And you're a lot safer. I mean, that dragon turtle was down there the whole time. That dragon thingy.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know, it was dragon turtle.
Veda somehow immediately understands how.
The water dragon.
There you go.
I mean, it was probably. I mean, I guess it's a big ocean.
It looked like just a giant turtle.
I think it was dragon.
Agree to disagree.
Oh, did we tell you about the dragon? I think we told you about the dragon because we saw a lightning dragon.
They were there with us.
Oh, right.
I was there. Remember, we were running together.
Crazy how there's dragons.
Yeah, it is a little weird, especially since I was, locked underwater for so much time, and then there was really no point to it. But anyway, I'm gonna go make something because I invited you over, and now I feel bad if I don't have something. So I'm gonna go and make something, and you guys can come and eat if you want. It'll be a girls' night. I'll make us. I don't know. I don't know what people have, but I'll see if I can get like stuff for margaritas or something.
Oh, it's been such a long time.
I'll see what Colin has, but I'm sure he has something. I don't know if they have ice. That might be an issue.
Oh, well.
But I'll see. Anyway, I'll be back. I live down the street. Give me about, I don't know, like 5 hours.
Okay. Do you want me to get? I mean, I don't have a lot, but
no, I'm good. I like I said, I made a bit of money. I can. It's. I'm being hospitable, and she walks away.
See you tonight.
Oh, girls' night. What do you think we'll do?
I don't know. I'll be honest, I've never had a girls' night. So, I don't really know what that means.
I think we just get drunk and eat food.
I'm on board with that. Alright. Okay.
And, well, I guess we can't really watch movies. I wonder if she has anything you can watch movies on. We used to play this game called Light as a Feather, and you pick someone up with your fingers. But you gotta be like in a meditative state. It's real intense. Serious stuff.
We'll see where it goes, I guess.
I feel like maybe we should still bring like flowers or something. Maybe something decorative.
You could pick some, and then you could put some aside for River. I'm sure there's a wildflower or something out here.
Yeah, I bet she could turn that into something nice. Are there any flowers growing?
Not in town.
I will have to go explore. I won't go too far. But I'll be within sight.
Stay perimeter.
Veda and Elaine are gonna go outside and get killed.
Picking flowers. Yeah, I'll head out to
No, just Veda's gonna go outside because I gotta go find Dash and Kenny.
Okay. Kenny, I assume, is still brooding. So we'll hop over to Dash as Jack Lewis comes back. It's like, stupid bunker people not knowing anything about what goes on this surface. Oh, Dash, or Tom, didn't see you there. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going well. I see you having time of your life with this new group.
You know what?
New groups.
You know exactly how I feel about this situation, so I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat it. I'm trying to keep the peace in this town with the mercenaries, and then you bring in these random people who have no idea what goes on in this world, and I have to somehow manage them as well.
I know.
So,
But that's why I want to talk to you, because I want to know what's kind of shape our security is in. Like,
I mean, we
how
have
many-
mercenaries in and through here all the time. We have not had a single person trying to raid this godforsaken town.
All right, how about some deputies or something that like who's loyal to you as far as our security goes?
If I was to pay somebody, there'd be loyalty, but no, it's mercenaries. They know that they can get jobs here. They know that the money's good here. So they come here, they eat, and if somebody tries starting something, they shoot them dead. And that's all there is to it.
All right, because the way we're going, this place is going to build, and we need to be able to accommodate it all, right? And so I'm thinking that you are being a little spread too thin, trying to manage our security as well as organized people. I want you to think about becoming more of a political leader.
Well, you sent Oscar, so he can handle political stuff. I'm just here to be.
Oscar's a bunker baby. Like
That doesn't matter. He had like something to do in the government. He knows what he's actually doing.
Well, he only knows what like to tell how to tell people what to do, but he doesn't know what to do himself. He needs you. Jack, I need you to start leading these people because I'm not sticking around. I gotta go get me dad too. There's like I can't stick around and help you out with it.
Sorry, Tom, you're asking a hell of a lot of me. But I'll see what I can do. Hopefully Oscar could step up or whatever. I'll yell at mercenaries if they get out of line, but that's all there is to it.
I don't want you handling the mercenaries anymore. I want you handling our people, and I want you to find someone you trust and know to start handling the mercenaries. Start doing your job for you.
I was running this town just fine before all of you showed up. So I don't see why I have to change the way that I do things around here. I will manage the mercenaries, and Oscar will be in charge of all of your new population.
Jack,
I'll make sure that the security is handled and things are dealt with if anything comes up, and he can deal with the rest.
No, Oscar's too green for this world. Like, he needs you. And this place is going to get too big for you to handle on your own. So I need you to start finding someone and teaching them your job. Right?
Sounds
Can
like
you
you're
do
gonna
that?
kill me.
I'm not going to kill you. No, I need you, Jack. Like, we go way back. You know me. And I know that you're a trustworthy man and you can do this. So I need you to do this.
All right, whatever. I'll see what I can do, but I'm not making any promises. And Oscar better step up because I don't want to deal with this for any longer than I have to.
No, and you yell at him if you need to. Like, Oscar needs to catch up in a hurry because
he's
really
been helping me out a little bit.
I know he knows people, but he doesn't know the surface. Not like you.
All right, well, like I said, I'll see what I can do.
All right. How's organizing all people going?
I mean, I'm still working on it, but it's a moving process. People do some jobs and then they're like, oh well, I don't like this job, and then they want something else. But
Yeah,
I'm just trying to
I figured that'd be the case. All right, I'm gonna go talk to Colin, and I'll arrange some supper for all these new arrivals. So if you can put the word out to meet at Town Square for all these newcomers, we'll get them fed, and we'll have a little pep talk about how life's gonna be.
all right, sure, whatever. I'll
All right.
round up the troops.
Well, thanks, Zach. You're doing good.
And he walks away.
I don't think he likes me.
As he walks away from you, you see Elaine walking away from Emily, and I assume she's gonna wave you down.
Yes. It's like I turn around and I go, oh, perfect.
Run, dash, run while you can.
Dash. Where's Kenny?
I don't know. I might have to find him though.
Did something happen?
Yeah, something happened. Sorry, Elaine was there, right?
Elaine
Did
was
I
there, yes.
hear their argument?
I don't think you would have heard the argument, no, but you were there, but you didn't know that he murdered somebody, I don't think.
Let's just say Elaine
Okay.
was like outside running with a bunch of civilians when she saw the truck go.
Oh,
No,
she-
I know I was there for the truck flipping.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
there for the argument you had with Kenny
Yeah,
after
I
you got to
think
Missouri.
only
Yeah.
you would know that I killed that scientist so far.
So far, you are the only one who knows that.
And the
And I
civilians
guess the
that were
people
there.
in the area who were there when you were yelling at him.
All right, sorry, what was your question?
Did something happen?
Yeah, something happened. All right. It's not important right now. I gotta talk to Kenny though.
Is this about the truck?
No, it's a lot bigger than the truck.
What is going on?
All right. Fia might be in trouble pretty quick here. There's fluid pressure building up around her brain, and we need a doctor. We had a doctor, but it also happened to be the same doctor that was, part of kidnapping the werewolves and experimenting what Kenny saw as torture. And so he executed him for it. And now I don't know if Fia's going to make it, because we need to find a doctor like yesterday to get this handled. But now we have to start all over again to find one.
We can always find another one. It's not like that man was the only doctor in the world.
Well, it might be the only doctor that was nearby enough that Fia's going to make it. So I don't know if she's going to make it. Like, I don't know, what are you trying to justify what Kenny did?
I'm not trying to justify anything.
Right.
I'm saying, look, you've gotten this far. You've found your tech that you're so obsessed with, and I understand that. But if you're willing to go that far, she can make it.
All right. Well, I admire your optimism, but I don't share it. So I gotta find Kenny, and we've got to organize and get out there again.
You can't always just keep running and doing stuff. You're gonna run yourself thin. You know that.
Well, Fia doesn't have a choice right now. Like, we need to do this, otherwise, like, she might not make it.
Well, are you going to apologize to Kenny?
For what?
I'm assuming you flipped out on him, because you kind of do that a lot.
No, I'm not apologizing. Great suggestion, though. And what you doing?
Trying to figure out what the hell is going on with all of y'all. You do need to apologize, all right?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna.
Look, digging into him worse than an Alabama tick ain't gonna solve anything, all right?
No, I know how to handle people. All right,
You clearly don't. You don't know how to handle people. You're harsh and abrasive, and you don't listen to a damn thing anybody else says to you.
Because people need to see how things actually are. I don't know if it's like just being around these bunker kids, but what's going on? You know that sugarcoating the situation doesn't help up here.
I'm not sugarcoating anything.
No, but you're trying to save feelings, and that gets.
I'm not trying to save feelings. I'm trying to keep us apart before the whole world does. If we can't work together and quit bitching at each other, then we're no good to anybody else. You're no good to Thea. We're no good to anybody.
You don't have to get along.
You do. You kind of
No.
do.
Kenny will work with us. He'll keep working with us.
Damn it, William. Dash. Just listen for once.
Well, that was weird.
Oh, Cody.
If you listen to how you talk and the way you treat others, people aren't gonna just work for you because you act all high and mighty. Alright? You act like you're better than everybody.
No,
Ain't
I
nobody
give
gonna
you
work with you
direction.
like that.
People need to be told what to do because they don't know what they're doing.
Well, maybe instead of telling them, show them. And you can be the bigger man and apologize.
Alright. I don't know if you've noticed this, but up here, the kind way doesn't work.
But you know what? Maybe it would a little bit more if people actually tried.
Alright, you let me know how it works out for you. But I gotta find Kenny.
Good luck with that.
I don't know who I'm more afraid to face, Elaine or Dash.
Okay, so you're looking for Kenny then?
No, I gotta go talk to Colin.
Okay. So you head to the Urban
Kenny,
Hog.
I'm coming for you.
Are you actually searching for him there, Kat or Elaine?
Yeah, I'll look around for him for a bit, and if I can't find him, it's just gonna be like, damn it, Kenny!
All right, roll a perception check, and I assume you are not actually like trying to be stealthy, so I'm gonna challenge it.
Yeah, I'm just laying on a roof. Well, sitting on a roof, looking.
Perception, right?
Yep.
17.
Look for the guy with wings.
It does specifically say I have disadvantage on hiding the wings.
They're pretty big wings.
Well, they gotta carry a very large man.
As you're looking around, you kind of are glancing around, and you see a black feather kind of like float gently to the ground, and you look up, and you see the top, like the curve of a wing, and that's all you see.
Elaine comes for us all.
Never want to be hunted by Elaine.
Weren't you the one talking about hunting me down the other day?
Oh, shush.
I will find you, and I will give you an astral wing.
Kenny, I can see you.
My wing
You
goes
come down here?
down.
I know you're still there.
What do you want?
I want to talk. I want to know what's going on with you. Will you come down here, please?
I'm good.
Is there a way? Does it look like there's any way for me to get on top of the building?
Do you want to try rolling for it?
What would the roll be?
We'll do an acrobatics.
I might be able to do that. Well, if you're not coming down, I'm coming up.
Let's go to this.
I don't know where that went. We're gonna try this again.
She actually rolled bad and doesn't want to admit it.
17 plus 7. No, it rolled off of the table and it's just gone. So.
All right. So there's the buildings in this town are kind of like close together, and you're like, yeah, Yeah, I can do this. And you wall jump off of one onto the other, and then off of that one onto the building that Kenny's on, and pull yourself up.
Kenny just rolls his eyes.
I told you I was coming up if you weren't coming down. And she's gonna sit right next to you. What's going on?
Kenny just sighs and shakes his head.
Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Might deserve it.
That's debatable. Are you trying to get us killed?
Y'all can handle your own.
Together? There's more than one time I know I'd be dead in the dirt if I wasn't with y'all.
You seem to do mighty fine without me.
Not by choice. I didn't want to. Are you upset that we didn't get to you sooner? That we didn't find you faster? What? What's going on?
It's got nothing to do with it.
Alright. I can understand why you reacted the way you did in Zion. But we're better than that. You're better than that. Whether you want to admit that or not. You still weren't right. I understand why you did it, but you still weren't right. Nobody was. If we go around this world willing to kill or sacrifice every life that happened to know something that went wrong or did something wrong, there ain't gonna be a single soul left. Just because some people know things are going on doesn't mean they have the ability to fix it or change it.
I know it wasn't the right decision, but I couldn't stop myself.
You could've. Shooting your way through life isn't gonna change anything. It's not gonna make you feel better. It's not gonna give them what they deserve. Dash told me what happened with that scientist. Look, I know you're all pissed. Dash is pissed. You and Veda have each other at throats with each other. But you sink to their level and you're just like them. You're just like the ones that torture you. Doesn't make you any better. And killing that man didn't give him what he deserved. I'm sure you think it might have. If anything, it helped him. You did him a courtesy. People like that don't deserve to die. Especially not quickly. Those kinds of people deserve to live long, slow, painful lives and carry that guilt around with them. Know what they've done. Killing them doesn't fix what they did. Killing them gives them a way out of facing the consequences. I mean, what do you think Kara would think of you right now?
I already know damn well what she thinks of me.
I don't think you do. I think you're too stuck in your head and too stuck on whatever the hell it is you're doing right now to realize what she thinks of you. This is not you. I know damn well this isn't the Kenny that walked into my inn months ago. I don't know who this is. Look, be mad at yourself all you want. Carry your guilt. But get up. And while you're at it, apologize. Burying that shit and holding grudges against people isn't gonna fix anything. This world's already fucked up. Too many people are out for themselves. Don't be one of them. Sure. Alright. Apologizing seems to not be a thing that people like doing. Seem strongly against. At least think about what you're doing. You're doing to yourself. Your friends. Everybody else around you. You can't always run and hide. You gotta face it. Stop acting like children.
Roll for a successive therapy attempt.
Kenny's just looking down.
Alright. Sit in your silence as much as you want. But think about it. You know him, right? And I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna just walk away and climb down from the building.
Yep, Kenny's gonna glide down and walk back to Dash's house. He ain't helping Elaine though.
Damn.
That's fine. I got up there on my own. I can get down just fine.
It's kind of what he's thinking.
Madison, we can't hear you.
Veda, we're gonna go to you because I believe you're going flower picking.
I'm going flower picking.
And Veda dies.
Hey, like a good martial
A
artist.
pack
does.
of werewolves show up.
All right, so you head outside the borders of misery, and I need you to. Let's do a survival check.
Ooh, buddy. I could do that. That's not a negative. Okay. Metal dice. Let's go. You said it was natural 20.
Nice.
There you go.
Metal dice.
Metal
Plus three.
dice plus dice tower. Gotta remember the dice tower.
Yep. Thank you.
Anyway, so you head outside of the town. You kind of start rummaging around looking for signs of growth. And as you're kind of looking around and seeing these things, you do actually kind of pick up a trail of like, oh, there's like a little bit of green grass over here. Oh, there's another patch. There's a bush with actual leaves on it over there.
Oh, I'm so good at this.
And as you're searching along, you actually do find a patch, a circular patch of flowers on the ground. And it's also, weirdly enough, you find mushrooms as well.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, a circle, and then the flowers are in the center of them.
That's totally not weird. I'm sure that happens all the time. I'll pick some.
You're going in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I know what she's going into since Kat is laughing?
Do you guys actually know what is happening?
Is this a fairy circle? Or is this a grave?
It's not a grave.
It's a fairy circle.
Oh, am I going into the Fae? Hell yeah.
Somewhat. You don't really know what's about to happen. Sorry, I gotta change some music because things are about to go down.
Oh no.
Well, it's nice knowing
So-
ya.
In my world that I've created here, the Feywild doesn't exist. That's just how it is. In Feywild, there's another world called Chorus where all of the other types of people came from, and then there's Earth. And those are the two known worlds. But that being said, there are creatures who can create their own planes.
Oh no. I don't like that picture you have on the Watch Together at all.
Oh, that was an accident, but I like it. Anyway, so after searching around for a while, you find, like I said, you find this circle of mushrooms. Then it has flowers and like grass and brightly colored things growing on the inside. And as you get closer to it, you start to hear something as well. It's weird. It's a very nice melody, and it reminds you of something from your childhood, and you're like, I remember that song. And you step inside and start picking the flowers while you're getting this lovely memory just rolling through your head. It's like, oh man, they took me out for ice cream. It was a song that was playing at the ice cream shop. I got my favorite flavor, which is what?
Mint chocolate chip.
I got mint chocolate chip ice cream. I got 3 scoops. Mom and Dad let me get 3 scoops. I need you to roll me a wisdom save, please.
Oh no. Well, actually, no, my wisdom's not bad.
Your wisdom's gonna be good, and plus you should be proficient in saves as well. That being said, it is a difficult roll.
16.
And with that, you step in and are picking, and suddenly your vision starts going blurry.
Oh no.
And suddenly, the ground with all these flowers and everything, it just looks so comfy. And you're like, you know what? I think it is time for a nap. And you lay down.
No.
And with that, we're going to go back to Dash.
Making my way to the hog.
Yes.
Making my way downtown.
I thought that song in my head so many times last game.
So you
All
make
right.
your way to the Urban Hog Inn in town.
Mhm.
And you enter, and Colin is standing behind the bar. There's a few people that you are aware of in here as well, just different mercenaries and stuff. And Colin's like, "Oh, Tommy, welcome back. Did you bring your friend Boone? He can play another show."
No, Boone's back at the house, mate. He's not coming out tonight.
You know what? You get me all excited. You're such a tease. I mean,
It's
come on,
not
man.
me. It's Boone, and
That's fine. Whatever. Just
you know,
what do you need?
divas. You know, leave them wanting more and all
All
that.
right, I get it. Yes, yeah, got it. What do you need?
All right, I'm gonna need you to cater some supper tonight.
Okay. You got the
28
money.
28 people. Doesn't have to be fancy. They just gotta get fed.
All right, 14 tokens.
All right, you got it.
All right. And as you guys are discussing this, Sienna, one of the mercenaries / militia that came from the other town, Isolon, is sitting at a table, and she's like, "Hey, Tommy, get over here."
Do I know Sienna?
Yes, she was one of the militia from the other town, Isolon.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Is that not what I just said?
No, it is, but it just clicked now. All right.
Okay.
All right, so I head over there and kind of. She's sitting at a table.
Yeah, she's sitting with a couple other people, just mercenaries from around town. None of the people from Isolon, though.
Okay, I walk up beside her and ask, "What's up?"
You've been out in the world for a bit now, hey? Kind of taking a look around.
Somewhat. Why?
I don't know. Something a little weird that I kind of want to bring up with you. So, obviously, a quick transition from militia to mercenary, make a bit of extra money on the side. You know how it is, right? We all need to make our money. So, you know, traveling and whatever, you run into some stuff in the wild, right? Like in the wilderness and whatever you want to call it, wasteland, whatever. You come across anything weird at all?
Define weird.
A relatively normal looking creature, just like, I don't know, a wolf, scorpion, whatever. Yeah, like they're radiated. We know, like they grow big, whatever. But once it like gets all up close and personal, which I don't like, but whatever. Kind of like leaks black smoke or something off of it.
I'm trying really hard to remember if I've forgotten something from a previous game. Like,
Roll an intelligence check. I'll let you know.
oh, okay, cool.
I think, wasn't it the zombie thingies? Leaked black smoke?
Well, let's
The
do a
screamies?
reroll on that.
You are correct, Veda. Is it 2 natural ones?
I rolled 2 natural ones.
Okay.
Well,
Wait,
we
do you have
gotta-
metal dice
gotta-
in the tower?
Yeah, I didn't
Damn.
force them down the tower
Gotta-
though.
Yeah, chuck it.
No.
I
don't think any of us have ever seen that anything like that ever, nor have ever heard of something like that happen. I think you're wrong.
No, that's. I mean, I'm not wrong. Come on, give me a little bit of credit. I know what I saw, but like its eyes like had like black coming out of it, like oozing like tear drops down it, and like it bit into me, and like when it bit, like a bit of like smoke comes off of it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, Lane remembers, but like, does Dash just not remember with those rolls?
With the natural 1 intelligence roll?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I don't remember anything like that.
Because yeah, it was a couple. It was while you were on your way with the group.
This was like a solid 3 weeks ago now, eh?
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the zombie creatures that you saw.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I don't know. I've talked to a couple other guys, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we've seen weird creatures like that, but they kind of just figured it was, new mutation. But I don't know. It seemed weird to me.
Right. Yeah, we've come across a few weird things. Like there's we've seen that it's an old hospital abandoned. It's got these like little creeps. They seem to be able to read your brain. It's like creepy stuff like that we've come across, but I don't remember anything like that.
Where's this?
I mark it on her map.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever been there. I got it. We should have come across that when we were coming from Isilon. I guess everything was such a blur that day. It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep your eye out. If you ever come across that, we can.
Where did you run into these things?
Kind of near impact site. Where the bombs dropped.
Gotcha. We never actually really went into the impact site, but along the outskirts we would.
I mean, I wouldn't go too far in, but like I'm talking like kind of near the dip. Not right where it hit, because I assume that's still radiated. I don't know. I don't want to grow an extra. I don't want to grow an extra tit or something. I mean, that unattractive.
We'll keep an eye out.
All right. Anyway, I just figured I'd ask. I know you're kind of traveling around, whatever, but
no,
I'll.
No, nothing I remember, but hey,
right.
We'll keep an eye out and let you know if we come across it. Anything in particular you want to know about them, or you just
I just want to know if there's if it's a bunch of things or what, because I saw a wolf with it, and that was it. But how wolves can be bigger, or scorpions can be bigger or whatever. And I don't know if it's a weird mutation just on that species or whatever. But I saw a big wolf, one that was mutated, obviously, with bigger size. But anyway,
black ichor coming out of his eyeballs.
Yeah, teardrops of blackness, and then black coming from its mouth after it bit into me and stuff. I'm good, by the way. I don't have anything. This is going back a week, and I haven't had any black tears or whatever. But
all right, good.
I just figured I'd see.
No,
I said, there's some other people who have come across it as well, but it's not even just near the impact site. They said they was kind of further out, further north, northeast of here. But anyway, like I said, keep an eye out.
Yeah,
keep me updated. I guess you guys. But apparently you're having a big fancy dinner that I'm not invited to. But whatever.
Oh, it's nothing fancy, and it's you wouldn't even want to come. It's a whole lot of babysitting is what it's going to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not into babies. You can run along now, though. I gotta beat these guys and drink.
How's work?
I mean, we're busy. A lot of calls coming in. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you about them because client confidentiality. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I will say, there's been some messed up calls that I had to do.
In town?
No, not in town. The calls come into town, yeah, but we gotta leave to do most of them.
Where, how specific can you be?
I can't be. I already told you too much.
All right. Good seeing you, Sienna.
Yeah, well, I mean, tell your mom I say hi.
Yeah, you bet. All right. Then I'm gonna go back home. Okay. Kind of looking for Kenny on my way.
Kenny apparently went to your home.
So, damn it.
So, Kenny, what are you doing as you see Dash walking through the door?
I just look at him. I don't say anything.
And he
I don't
looks
move.
At me.
And I look at him.
And he looks at me.
I punch him with my repulsion glove.
Forks go flying all over the place.
No, my crab fork.
Okay, so you're just staring at each other, and that's it.
What are you doing, Kenny?
Sitting
Staring at
down.
you, apparently.
You at the table?
Sure.
Okay, when have you ever been here before?
No.
No.
So who brought you to the house?
I'm
Well,
assuming
you all went to the
drove.
house.
You
like,
would have
you
taken
drove
the truck
into
there.
the garage to charge the.
Oh,
truck.
this is true. This is true. All right,
You
cool.
just walked in at random.
So I made an
house.
assumption that the random building you drove into is the one I would go back to.
All right. I take a seat across the table from him.
Set my gun on the table. No.
It's easy to forget that you actually haven't been with us this entire time.
Just kind of glare at you.
You got something to say to me? Just say it.
Nothing to say to you.
Well, you're in my house.
I'm sorry, I just say that so you can't roll her eyes. Okay.
Well, you're in my house.
Then I'll leave.
No, I don't want you to leave. I want you to talk to me. I want you to tell me what's up.
After you mention that, I can't hold eye contact, but I don't say anything.
Look, I don't know. I don't know what you had to deal with down there. But I know you've lost your good friend Courtney. I know Kara, Tree, you awful over it. I did not. Oh, not on board with that at all. Alright? But you understand that I can't have a loose cannon near my family like this, right? Now, can I still trust you?
I would never do anything to hurt your family.
No, I didn't think so. And that's good enough for me. There's gonna be a supper for all the newcomers, and I want you to come with me. All right?
Okay.
Okay, because I might have a job for you later. Now, I don't care what's between you and Veda, right? I think you guys can get along fine. Like, despite what you might think of each other, I don't care. But I want to keep you around. I need you in this group. All right? Now, do you actually want to stay with us?
I have nowhere else to go. Not anymore.
Okay. But I'm going to make one thing really clear right now. It's now your priority to find a doctor to replace the one you killed. All right?
Why do you need a doctor so badly?
All right, Kenny, I want you to meet my wife. and I'll get up and I'll go to the other room.
I'll follow.
Okay. Matt, did I ever send you a picture of what Thea actually looks like?
No, I don't think so.
I'll hopefully be able to find her. Oh, I can. All right, Nate, I don't know if you'll be able to share this with the rest of the world.
Probably not.
I
You
am
can send
not
it to our
set
Facebook,
up
though.
to do that.
All right, so this
Aw.
is way too bright. Anyway, so yeah, you see an elf with blue hair, very beautiful features, lying in the bed, and you see that her right arm is missing just above the elbow, her right leg just above the knee, but she's just laying there completely unconscious.
As
No real sign.
As soon as Kenny sees her, his demeanor changes, and he's just like, I didn't know.
No, I know you didn't know, Kenny. Well, like I said, it's easy to forget that you actually haven't been with us this whole time, and you've actually had your own demons to face in the meanwhile. Now she needs the doctor, or she's not going to make it.
Well, then let's find her a doctor.
All right.
Okay, so Kenny is basically. No, I wasn't muted. So Kenny is basically agreeing that he's gonna take responsibility.
Yeah,
All right.
he's kind of blaming himself for a lot of things at the moment, so this is very easily one of them.
All right. So I take him back to the kitchen.
Yeah, when you came
Yeah, okay.
in, I had like an anger to how I looked. Now I look defeated. Like there's no fight left.
Where does Mom keep the alcohols?
On the top shelf somewhere.
All right, I reached the top shelf because I'm a grown man now.
I'm a man, Mom.
You
And you
grab a
realize
stool,
you watered
climb
down the
on
vodka
it.
years ago.
Oh, karma. Anyway, so yeah, I'll pour a couple drinks.
Okay.
And I'll set them down because I don't know what time it is, but I'm an alcoholic somewhere.
Yep. Kenny will have the drink, especially right now. He could. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so you guys are drinking together.
Yep.
Right. Who's all in the house right now?
I'd probably be making my way back.
Your mom, Loesch, Valley and Thea, Ellen, who is the nurse, and then Ilaria, which it's been about an hour or so since you got to town, I'd say. So I'd say you're probably going to be waiting a little bit longer.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Do we got is this kind of a private space where we can have a conversation that no one else is going to hear?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Are you wanting to have a conversation no one else is going to hear?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want us to mute?
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is just stick around for it if you can act like you haven't heard it.
Okay.
I'm in a flower field.
All right. I understand why you wanted to make the decisions you made back in Zion. All right. Now, and I want you to know I don't care. I want you, like any man will, make your own way and make your own choices, but don't second guess yourself after. All right. Now, what I will say is that I want to build right here in Misery, and I'm gonna need people. I'm gonna need people to help, people that have skill, because we need to build this place so that we can actually have somewhere strong, somewhere safe to build from. Right? Because we've been on the run for a while now. And everywhere we hoe up isn't permanent. And so when you want to trade like these 28 people that I can use here, like that's just, to me, that's just bad negotiation. Right? I do agree that these people, I don't think they deserve to die, but they certainly don't deserve leniency. Now, if these people are don't regret at all what they've been a part of and would gladly go back to it, I think then they do deserve death. Do you agree? How do you feel about it?
I don't know anymore. I used to have a strict code of what I would do, but it doesn't seem to be there anymore.
Well, Kenny, we all lose ourselves from time to time, but we decide what kind of person we want to be every day. All right, just remember that, because you're about to get to decide what kind of man that you want to be. And I want you to know that either way, I don't judge and I don't care. All right? I trust you, and I'm going to keep you in this group. That may not make sense right now, but I think it will later.
No.
And they hug.
But there's not an apology to be seen.
The quick bro hug where it's just like boom and walk away.
No, there's no hug. This has been a very cool atmosphere.
It's just there's a nod.
All right. Right. Yeah. Then
I will accept it for now.
what time is it now?
Well, we're gonna do a quick thing here, so don't worry about it yet.
Okay.
I know.
Oh, Veda, no.
Veda. How's it going? Did you expect me to come back to you?
Me?
Yeah.
I would hope so eventually. But hopefully not to
Just
get
never again. She just sleeps forever.
Just to be clear, there is going to be a Kenny on this map. He does not exist. He is simply there to be camera. Okay?
Ghost Kenny, yes.
Kenny is
He's a
not
cameraman.
here.
Actually,
Don't break the fourth wall.
I think
He's
I'm
just
gonna
holding
put.
up a...
I think I'm gonna put Robin on because I think he had better vision.
Yeah.
He wasn't out.
I don't think it matters because there's no darkness here anyway. So it's
Okay.
Oh, it's so
So-
pretty. Oh, no.
Veda.
Yep.
You take a lovely nap in the center of this circle of flowers. And probably takes, I don't know, you're out for about 15 minutes and it's one of the greatest naps you've ever had. You dreamt of your time back in the bunker. You dreamt of the delicious mint chocolate chip ice cream that you had. And then you wake up. And you're not in the center of a flower circle anymore. You're in a gazebo.
Oh.
And there is a man, a very tall, well, not tall, he's about your height. Pointy ears, a lovely top hat on with a purple long coat all the way down to his ankles. And he looks down at you and is like, "Oh, we have a guest. Welcome."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is not the same flower field.
Oh, but it is. You've come to our home.
Our
Let
home?
me help you up. And he extends his hand and points it down towards you.
Insight check. Is he evil? Is he going to hit me? Oh, 19 plus...
3, I
22.
believe. You just woke up. It seems like this is a very difficult situation to kind of understand. You're very disoriented. It's hard to read.
I'll grab his hand then. Okay.
Oh, you have lovely hands. You're so soft. Welcome
Thanks.
to my humble abode. I mean, I was expecting you, but not so soon.
You were expecting me?
Oh, of course. We've been expecting you for a long time, Veda.
Do I recognize him at all?
Intelligence check.
Huh?
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh, no. 12, so 11.
No, you have no idea who this person is. Plus, as you look around, there is 2 other male elves standing along pathways and 2 female elves standing along pathways. And they all just have these giant smiles across their face. They're kind of like holding flowers. They're walking towards you, extending the flowers out. What is a scent that Veda really liked when she was a kid?
Probably be like... I'll go with like mint, like a mint tea. Probably
Alright.
had that a lot at home.
You feel it just like drifting through your nostrils, in one, out the other. You just get a sense of belonging. Like you belong here, Veda. This is your childhood. This is your home. This is where Veda is meant to be at this moment in time.
Oh no.
And you feel so welcome as the scent of mint tea just floats through your nostrils, and he calls out, and he's like, "I'm so happy you finally showed up. It's been quite some time since we've seen each other."
It all seems familiar.
Nalia, can you please bring the tea over? She must be parched.
Oh, I haven't had tea in a long time. Are you sure I've been here before?
Oh, no, not here. But we haven't seen each other in quite some time. And the elf with the purple hair comes walking over in this lovely ball gown looking outfit. And she brings over this cup. It's a beautifully ornate teacup. And inside is this greenish liquid. And you take a big whiff of it, and sure enough, it's the same brand that you had at home in the bunker.
How did you get this?
Oh, well, we got it specially made for you, Veda. This is all for you.
You were in the bunker? Did we know each?
Oh, we'll get into that later.
I mean, it's really nice here, but I don't know if I can stay for super long. My friends, I was having a
Oh.
girls' night, you see?
They'll be fine. We're going to have a girls' night here, too. In fact, your friends will be here as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Is this-
they're at the house right now. Here.
Emily lives here?
Oh, yes. This is her home.
Why am I so dumb? Okay. Can I... Is this like a secret elf place? Is that why Emily knows about it?
Yes. It is specially made for elves. But it's also specially made for you, Veda. That's why we specially ordered your favorite tea. It smells. So good. Would you like to try some?
I mean, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little, just to see if it's
Do you-
like home.
Do you need any sugar or cream or milk?
No, I like it just the way it is.
Ah, perfect. Nalia, please, bring it over. And she hands you the cup.
I'll try a sip.
No.
It tastes exactly like it was when you were a child. You know how sometimes you'll try things as an adult that you're like, well, I must have been weird as a child. Why do I like this? But no, this holds up perfectly, and it is exactly the same as when you were a kid. I also need you to do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 19.
Pretty good.
Yeah, this is these dice.
What do you say, Veda? Shall we go to my home and we can hang out with Elaine and Emily?
They're waiting for me there?
Yes, we've all been waiting for you. And once again, you start hearing that tune just ringing through your ears again. Something that your mother used to play all the time. And you're like, oh man, there's that ice cream again. And as you're thinking this, he's like, oh, and Veda, we have mint chocolate chip ice cream as well.
This is too much, right? Like, this is a dream still?
Oh,
I shouldn't have fallen asleep outside.
no, it's not a dream. This is a place just for you.
But that doesn't... Who are you?
If you need. And he reaches out and pinches your arm. See? You didn't wake up.
Have you been in the village this whole time?
Oh, just outside. And you ask who I am. Well, you don't remember me.
No, but I'm...
That's fine.
And
It's been such a long time. My name is Elwyn.
Elwyn?
Yes.
And where did we meet before?
Oh, we won't worry about that yet. Come along. Let's go.
I don't know if I should go by myself.
Oh, well, it's not a problem. There's everybody else here, and then we're going to go meet with Elaine and Emily. They're waiting for you.
Oh, is he... Oh, inside check. Do I believe him? Or Emily? Oh, no. What's my insight?
3.
13.
13. Sounds like Emily and Elaine are waiting for you.
Emily should have told me she lived in such a nice place.
Oh,
Is
well,
it-
she gets confused sometimes. You know how she is.
She has lived a very long time. And you don't mind that I picked some flowers? Do I still have them?
Yep. You can take some more. Look, we have plenty of flowers here.
Okay. I'm sure Emily will love them.
I'm sure she will too. So, he takes your hand and you follow behind him.
How does the landscape look as we're trying? Is it just like flower fields and grass and?
It's flower fields, and the pathways are walked on, and that's how they have been pushed down. It's just a beautiful landscape. Flower fields as far as the eyes can see. And as you're walking by, the trees actually follow you, and they're looking at you, and they kind of wave as you walk by them.
This isn't. Is that normal?
Oh,
Are
well,
these radioactive?
no, there's no such thing as radioactivity, Veda. That's all a lie.
I don't think so. Cause I saw my friend has wings. Well, I guess he's not really my friend. I punched him. And there were these other mutant guys. I don't think that's just natural.
Oh, it's all a conspiracy. Don't worry about that, Veda. Don't worry at all. We're heading to my home now. And as you head over, he's like, "Oh, yes, right," and he snaps his fingers.
Oh, it's Elaine.
See, I told you she was waiting for you here.
Elaine, you didn't tell me there was a whole wildlife place. I thought you said nothing grew.
Oh, she's quiet today. She hasn't had her coffee yet.
She was talking to me earlier. She gave me like a real talking to.
Oh, well, she's all talked out now. You know how sometimes when you talk too much, you just want to shut up?
I don't think Elaine does that. Look like wave at Elaine.
And she waves back at you. See, she's happy to see you.
Is
Oh,
she?
look over here. We have some mint chocolate chip ice cream. And he waves his hand and a table appears.
This is. Are you magic?
Of course I am. I have all these wonderful gifts to give to you.
But why?
Because we've been waiting for you. You're Veda.
Not very important.
Oh, but you are.
How'd you get ice cream?
Well, we don't have to give away our secrets. Go, try. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Maybe. I think I should talk to Elaine first.
Oh, yes, of course.
Kind of like walk over. Elaine?
She just nods at you.
Have you been here the whole time?
She nods, smiling.
Something's wrong. You never see her smile.
Elaine, are you really okay?
Again, smiling and nodding.
I really wish you would talk. That would make me feel better. This is creeping me out.
Veda, Veda, Veda. Elaine is all talked out. I already told you this. But we have ice cream over here.
I don't think you make decisions for Elaine. She'd tell me.
I'm not making a decision. She just isn't speaking right now.
Did you take her voice away?
No, we don't do things like that.
No, I think I need to go back now.
But why?
I don't like what you did with Elaine. Where's Emily?
But why?
Because you can't keep people here, even if you have really good ice cream. And you can't take their voices away. Now grab Elaine's hand.
And your hand goes through. Well, isn't this a wonderful turn of events? The first time we meet, and you ruin your own party.
I don't think I was supposed to come to this party.
Is that so? I need you to... Give me 1 second. I believe it's a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Yeah, another wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Come on, Veda.
Ooh, 22. Roll another 19. These are metal dice.
All right.
They give and
So-
they take away.
As he a second. As he looks at you, you see in his hand a small straight piece of iron that he just grasps onto, and you feel your body start to like lock up for a second, and you push through in your brain and just manage to get out. Oh,
Damn.
well then. I see how it is.
You're not a good person. I'm gonna activate Equal Claw and kind of get into a fighting stance.
Okay, so Emily and Elaine disappear. These other elves disappear as well. And you were over by Elaine, and he stayed over here. So I need you to roll initiative.
Oh no. All on my lonesome.
You can totally
Hey,
do
that
this.
was pretty good.
You can do it,
Pretty
Veda.
good.
What?
You can do it.
Apparently, my things are a little messed up, and I'm rolling intelligence instead of initiative.
I should be at 50. Okay.
Got some intense music for the.
So if she dies here, she'll just be gone, no body to be found, and we'll
Oh.
assume everyone will assume
Just
Kenny somehow
disappear.
like made her go away.
Exactly. It's all Kenny's fault.
We'll just like cast her in a horrible light. Oh, that coward would rather run away than apologize to Kenny.
Never to be seen again.
You have to apologize.
Forget
I'm gonna
it.
disappear.
I'd
We'll
rather
skip
die in
town.
the Feywild.
Again, it's not the Feywild.
I know. I'm funny though.
All right. Veda, you're first.
Oh boy, I rolled well. Okay, she's gonna run at him and attack him and punch him. Ooh, boop. 2 punches. Let me hold on. I need to print up my character sheet. I only have my old one. 19 for
19.
the first punch.
Okay.
And
That hits.
then over 19 for the second one. Second one, I'm gonna do the half damage and get him automatically in a grapple. But let me
Okay.
do damage. Is it D6? Yeah. $11. Yeah, that's half damage. And 5. And she like flips over him Black Widow style and just like holds him in an armbar.
Okay.
After she punches him in the gut.
So you're behind him now, hey?
Mhm.
It's now his turn. What to do?
You can let me go for starters.
Oh, no, that won't be happening anytime soon. Can you make me an intelligence saving throw, please?
No, I can't. Oh no.
Dice gods, please.
13. I rolled a 14.
13. Perfect. All right. So, you take damage equal to... Let's see what the roll says. 24 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
So will this be the second of us replaced?
Damn, that was all.
And suddenly, all the ground around you is just falls into a bottomless pit, and replacing with the bottom is a bunch of spikes just sticking up. And you basically are under the impression that if you were to move, you are going to die.
No. That wasn't necessary. That wasn't.
Oh,
That hurt
but it
my
is. You've ruined the party.
You know what? You should probably invite people before you just start parties. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Oh no. Okay. Combo chain 2.
Oh, I forgot. Also, you can't see past it or hear anything outside of that space either.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. Let's do a 1-2 punch. Combo chain 2. 17, 18, 19, 22.
22 hits.
And yeah, another 22. Ooh, okay. Just gonna start kidney punching him. Oh wait, no, it's a D8. It's a D8. $12 for the first punch.
Nice.
Ooh. 16 for the second punch.
28 points of damage. Nice.
Just bam, bam. Is it possible for me to bonus action try to use my radio?
Sure.
Just real quick. I'm in a scary forest place. Please help. Ba-doop.
Oh, Veda. No one can help you here.
They can get
Kenny
here. If I
somehow
can get here,
hears it,
anyone
but
can.
Do we
ignores
hear
it.
anything come through?
No. She's in a different plane.
Different plane is more than 50 feet or 500 feet.
Yes.
I mean, dimensionally, aren't we right next to each other?
If it's the ethereal plane.
No. He is going to use Misty Step and teleport outside of your field of vision. You cannot see him anymore. All you see is these wonderful spikes poking out from everywhere.
If only you could fly.
Aw. Yeah, I say I don't get. Yeah, because he Misty stuff, so I don't get to try to
No.
re-grab him.
And you can no longer see him, and there's complete silence. I assume you have tinnitus based on the fact that you had a bomb go off, so all you hear is that ringing in your ear. Or no, you weren't near a bomb. There was a bullet like right near you.
Yeah, so I was.
I'm
I'll
just.
say yeah, she probably does. I
Yeah.
mean, she's got the scar and everything.
Yeah.
Oh no. How big is the spikes around me? How high can I jump?
They're as big as you think they are.
So
This
they're
is a spell called Mental Prison. So basically, these spikes aren't real. You think they're real, and if you move, you will be taking 10d10 psychic damage. But you are in a extremely dangerous position, and they are as real as your brain is making them out to be.
He isn't very smart.
So how high you think
Not
you
very
can jump?
smart.
They're a little bit higher.
No, I can climb pretty great, but I don't think she has like any special skill for jumping. Oh no. I don't see him at all.
No. As soon as he teleported away, all you see are these spikes just surrounding you.
I'm going to, damn it, hold my action with a smoke bomb. As soon as I see him, I'm gonna throw it at his face.
Okay. All right. With that being said, you also can't hear him at all either, because all you hear is
Ringing.
nothingness. Yes. That being said, however, roll me, I believe, a charisma saving throw.
Are you doing this to me on purpose? The 2 negatives that I have. 16, so 15.
All right. And with that, the spikes just vanish.
Oh.
Everything's gone. It's just what you see on the map with the stone flooring, the flowers and everything. They're back, and he's standing in front of you, and he says, "You know what? You are not fun, and I am uninviting you from this party." And he snaps his fingers, and you appear back on the other realm.
It's just like mid-throw with the smoke bomb, just
Nobody's gonna believe you.
What? What just...
And
Do I
you
still
are
hear-
laying in a circle of flowers, but there is a crack in the ground through the circle that you was not there before.
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna put the flowers back down. I'm sorry. And I'm just gonna leave. Am I still like really hurt? Like,
Yes.
do I hear the ringing?
Well, the ringing, I assume, is just a constant
Yeah.
thing, but yeah, the ringing. It's not, you hear things again. Like there's birds and stuff that you hear.
Okay.
You hear wind blowing, stuff like that.
Put the smoke bomb back away. You got on the radio. Can you guys hear me? Badoop.
And you guys hear a badoop.
But Kenny ain't gonna respond.
Yeah, where are you? Badoop.
I think I went somewhere magical. Badoop.
Have you been drinking, Veda? Badoop.
I thought you went flower picking.
I say the dash. She definitely smelled something she shouldn't have smelled.
Did you eat something random while
did-
looking for flowers?
Could flowers make you teleport? Badoop.
She's definitely high.
I don't think
But-
anything can make you do that.
I don't know if we should leave them. I punched a dude, and then he hit me in the brain, and then he gave me ice cream before that, and then Elaine, you couldn't talk, so then I got mad, and I didn't get the ice cream. Badoop.
Okay. All right, Veda, how about you come back to the house?
Should I just leave it here? Badoop.
I
Maybe
look
she
at
got
Kenny.
heated option?
I say that. Well, whatever she's on, I want some of it.
All right, well, we're going to put on some coffee.
How do the flowers look? Are they still alive? Are they still growing?
The flowers are still
It's just a
alive.
crack.
but it it's been like the earth underneath it has cracked in half.
I'll take one flower. And just like look around.
Nothing.
Okay, I bring it back with me. I head to Dash's house. Guys, this
How's
flower.
She walking fine
is
and everything.
Very
or-
nice.
I mean, yeah, she's walking fine.
Yeah. What does psychic damage look like?
Like a bloody
Her
nose.
brain hurts.
She has a headache.
Blood out of her ears and eyes and nose.
Yeah. You all right, Veda? You're
I went to
talking
find-
crazy. Like crazy for you.
It happened. I swear it happened. I went to find flowers. I followed this trail. There was this mushroom circle. And then I heard some really, cute music that my grandpa used to play because he had this whole thingamajig. And then there was tea. And then there was an elf man. And he said he was waiting for me and that he knew my name. And-
Kenny rolls
and
his
then-
eyes and looks at you and is like, here's a life tip, Vault Kid. Just because it looks pretty doesn't mean you have to smoke it.
I didn't smoke anything, bird brain. It happened. I got teleported.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to call on the radio and you guys didn't hear me until the guy was mad because I punched him, but then these rocks came up around me and he hit me
Sure it
and
did.
I wasn't invited.
Hey, Mom, you got enough of a bed?
It happened, I
Um,
swear.
no.
This flower.
How about you just lay down for a little bit, Veda?
Yeah, just have a seat here.
His
Right.
name was Elwin. Except
This-
everyone.
Does anything she's saying make any sense?
No. And I'm not even gonna make you guys roll. You don't know what she's talking about at all.
No, Kenny 100% thinks she's high.
Look, I get it, Veda. We've all kind of had a really long couple days.
Maybe it's just the heat.
Yeah, we got some coffee here. Like, no,
Oh.
just sit and relax for a minute.
I'm just gonna sit and just look at the flower. It happened, I swear. He was nice and then he was really creepy.
Sounds like men.
And can you describe what he looked like?
He was a fancy elf guy, and he had this purple tailored suit, and he had other elf friends, but I think they were all illusions because when I tried to grab Elaine, she went through my hand and then the rest disappeared.
Does she look like she got high?
Oh, I was there.
Yeah, that's why I went to his house because he said you were there for girls' night with Emily, and then I didn't see Emily, but then you weren't talking, and I was like, this doesn't seem right because Elaine always talks to me.
And so he lives here in town?
He lives in the flowers, I think.
Veda hears a who.
I hear a hoot.
A who.
No.
As in you went to Whoville.
I can hear
Not
the
unlike
big
Horton.
ears. I don't know. It seemed real dangerous. Do you think he was trying to eat me?
I mean, I
Maybe
don't
he
know.
really did just want an ice cream party and I ruined it.
I'm sorry. Did you say circle? Ilaria is holding her head and walking out of the room.
Yeah. A mushroom
Hey, you're
circles
up.
with these,
Oh.
and I hold up the flower.
Don't go in those.
I
What
did
is she
though.
talking about?
Well, there used to be quite a few of them back on Chorus, but I didn't know if they were still around here, but it's best you just ignore them. Don't go near them.
So
I
what
have
she's
a-
saying actually makes sense to you?
I mean, technically,
See? It happened. And he was nice until he wasn't.
Most people are like that, yeah.
What happened to her? And I turned to Ilaria.
She may have fallen victim to a certain type of elf. It's fine as long as she's back. I don't think she's been affected, but I think everything will be okay now.
No, whatever she went through, it's probably good for her. She's got to learn.
Kenny. Stop.
You know,
I think I need to rest some more. And she walks back to the other room. I think we're going to also take a quick break, as we're just hitting 11, and then we can discuss your actions. Anyway, yeah, we'll
Think about what you did,
take a quick break, guys.
and we'll be back.
bye.
Hello, welcome back. We are here and happy that you have stuck around. But seriously though, welcome back. I haven't eaten for a bit, so I wanted to eat something, so that's why it took a bit longer than normal. Hey, hope everybody's having a good time and enjoyed the lovely foray into another dimension for a little bit.
Super fun.
Well, let's get right back into the action, shall we?
Yeah, my head hurts. I'm gonna lay down. But don't let me miss girls' night.
I will wake you before I leave.
I'm gonna put the flour in my little bag.
I'm
You
so
guys got
tempted
supper
to put
plans?
your hand into warm water. as you're
Emily is making something. She invited us over tonight. She said she was gonna try and find stuff for margaritas.
Oh. Whoa. Sounds like you got a fun night ahead of you.
I have no idea what's going on. They keep saying girls' night. I don't know what that means, but
Right. Alright, do me a favor, try to enjoy yourself.
I mean, enough alcohol, anyone can enjoy themselves, right?
I don't know, you can be pretty stubborn.
So can you.
No. That's alright. Kenny and I are gonna have supper with the rest of the new refugees.
That should be fun.
It'll be alright.
Ilaria pokes her head out again. It's like, I don't think rest is gonna help me right now. So this isn't Zion.
No. No, this is misery. This is where Thea and my mum have been.
Oh, I shouldn't be here. I should
Why
probably
not?
go somewhere
No.
else.
No, you're safe here. Why?
I wasn't exactly completely honest with you, Dash. I didn't want to see Thea, Valiant Thea, in the state that she was in.
What do you mean? What do you mean the state she's in? She's your daughter.
I feel guilty having allowed her to go to somewhere other than where I was.
She didn't want to come with you?
She felt like she would be taking advantage of my privilege, and she didn't want that. I tried insisting that she
Yeah.
suck it up and come with me,
Oh yeah, you can't tell that girl to do nothing if she doesn't want to.
but I feel like it's my fault that she's in the state that she's in now, because if she had come with me, then things would have been different.
It could have been like you can't live by what ifs, and you know this better than I do. Like she could have died in that attack on your bunker. Ended up right alongside what's your husband's name again?
Ooh, ooh, let me flip back
That's it.
here.
That's a deep cut. Give me a
That's a-
second.
Ooh, ooh.
My notes definitely
Damn.
do not go back that far.
Was it another E name?
I think so, but I have to check again.
Okay. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Olafiel.
Oh, Lafiel. Yeah.
Olafiel. I don't think I
the
have
last name.
Ilaria.
Right. Damn.
Did I put her husband's name?
I don't remember her telling us her husband's name.
I think she did.
She did, and now I can't remember it. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I have.
Well, we'll have
Her
to come
name.
back to it. We'll put it in the comment section.
It's insert
Yeah.
name here.
Yes.
Because she could have very easily end up with him too. Like you don't know.
I don't
Alright.
know, but at the same time, I feel like it could have been better than the way it is now.
Oh, it could have been a hell of a lot better, but we can help her right now. We just need a doctor. The important part is she's still alive. Alright, she was able to actually reach out to me in my dreams. That's how I knew to try to find you at outside of Fool's Hope. So is there a way that you can actually communicate with her, like inside her brain?
Element.
You found it.
Yeah. I have a bunch of notes in a bunch of different locations, so it's hard to keep track sometimes. Element, yeah, is her husband. I mean, I'm not at my full potential right now, but it's a possibility that at a certain point I might be able to help in some way.
No, you can help right now. You just get better and stay here. Stay here with Mom and Fia, and it'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I don't want to take your mother's bed any longer than I already have.
Alright, we'll get that sorted out. Alright, I'm gonna work out somewhere for all the new refugees to stay anyway, so we'll get something sorted out for you too. I'll make sure it's close to the house though. That way you can come and go as you please.
Okay. That's fair.
How did it go in Zion before everything fell apart?
Well, the other members of the bunker didn't make it out, but I got to witness them torn apart right in front of my eyes, if that makes you feel any better.
Why would that make me feel better?
I don't know. I've benefited from being in a bunker for quite some time, and now I've faced the real world in many different ways. However, the militia fell pretty quick. The Alpha came into town and pretty much tore them apart in seconds. It didn't go well. But hey, we were able to cure a few people of lycanthropy. Lycanthropy, I don't know why I said it like that. But I'm assuming they're all dead now, so it didn't do much.
No. Well, you did what you could. But
I don't know if that's true, but I'll accept what you say.
we could use you here in town.
Well, there's not much of a home left anywhere else I've been, so unfortunately this is my last resort, so I'll cut my life into pieces.
Well, hopefully this won't be your last resort, because with your help, I think we can actually build something good from here. But I gotta get going. Mom will fix you something to eat. You can get back to bed.
Very well. I will thank her once I can properly. So
Oh, have you actually been properly introduced to Mom?
I mean, I
Hey,
came here.
hey, Mom!
Ma!
Get the meatloaf!
I came here unconscious, so no.
All right, Mom. This is Valianthia's mom, Lita. Oh no, sorry, Hilarial.
Alaria.
Hilaria. This is my mom, Lita.
It's nice to meet you. I haven't heard much about you, but I'm sure we'll become best of friends.
Oh,
All right, I'll let you two visit. We gotta get this up, and I'll bring back a bed for you.
That sounds lovely. Thank you.
It is about supper time, yeah.
Yep.
All right, good.
Girls' night.
girls' night. Oh my god.
Yeah, I guess if they're heading out, I'll wake Veda up from her nap.
Swats her hands a little bit like, this is still, we're in the same space?
It's fine.
There are no
You
flowers?
were having
Roll
a
wisdom
nap.
save.
And
Oh.
we found margaritas, remember?
No, seriously. Roll a wisdom save, please.
Me?
Yeah.
If I would have thought of it, I would have surrounded her with flowers as she was sleeping.
14.
Now here's the fun part.
It just got real.
Veda. I think we're going to become best of friends.
What?
I think it's time for girls' night, isn't it? And that's everything so far.
Elaine, did you hear that?
No. No, I did not.
I think
You
I'm
alright?
haunted. I'm haunted.
I think we're gonna go drinking.
Just gonna hold on to
Drinking
your
sounds
hand.
like so much fun, doesn't it, Veda? When was the last time you really just cut loose?
When did you stop talking to me now?
Oh, no, never. I'm here forever now.
I beat you up. I can beat you up again.
Good luck.
You know, is she saying all this out loud and I'm only hearing half of a conversation?
Yep.
Mhm.
Veda, you've never beat me up. What are you talking about?
I beat up the elf man.
Is she in the
There's
same
no
room with me and
elf man
Dash
here.
still?
No, I think she went to go crash on the couch or something. You guys
Yeah,
were
I was
probably
on the
in kitchen.
couch.
Okay.
I think you just need to eat something. Come on.
Ooh, maybe they'll have maybe it was Emily, right? Maybe she's made those mini cucumber sandwiches.
No,
No,
you don't know what she made.
I don't.
I don't. That's why we need to go meet with Emily. Said she was gonna make something.
Listen to your friend. Let's go.
No, you're not.
Veda,
Poke
you said you
Elaine.
didn't want to miss.
You're like real, right? You're like.
Yes, I'm real. I'm right
You're
here.
poking a physical being in front of you.
Elaine has been a poltergeist this entire time.
Are we going or?
I'm going. You're not going.
I mean, you're taking me. It's fine.
No. Are you in the? Are you in the flower? Is it because I kept the flower?
Oh no, that has nothing to do with it. It's a pretty flower, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. See, we
But
have so much in
No,
common.
no. That's. You should go bother somebody else. Hang out with your other ghost friends.
No, this is much more fun.
What's
I don't
Elaine
think I should
thinking at this
go,
point?
Elaine.
She's just kind of staring at you at this point. I think she's confused. She doesn't know if you're talking to her or not. She's just.
He's
Veda?
talking to me.
Stop being such a party pooper. Let's go. It's girls' night, you know.
You're not a girl. You're not invited.
Oh, I can be both. It's fine.
Oh, last I checked, I was.
Veda,
I thought
it's
you said
fun-
you wanted to go to girls' night. You asked me to make sure you didn't miss it.
Kind of freaking out, man.
Veda, it is 2217. Gender is so old.
I mean, I'm not like questioning you. You can be whatever you want to be, but you weren't specifically invited, and you should go back to your flower patch.
But I'm here now. You brought me here.
No. You kicked me
Yes,
out.
yes. Oh, did you think you'd be rid of me that easy?
Yes. Don't you live in another dimension?
Do I? We'll find out. Let's go.
Elaine, I don't think I should go.
Veda, this is getting boring at this point.
Maybe
But
I'll
Emily
just...
was making. How do I explain that you're not going to Emily?
You tell her I'm haunted and I'm gonna hang out on the couch in case weird haunted stuff happens.
Maybe not be by yourself if you're haunted.
Veda, do I need to force you to go?
You're not real. You're just a spooky, magical elf man that I didn't really see.
Oh yes, I'm not real. No. Spooky. Do I need to force you to go?
I'm not listening to you. I'm staying here.
Okay, we'll see about
Alright.
that.
I sit back down on the couch.
Veda
I'll
got
bring
high,
you,
got highlighted.
I'll bring leftovers.
Yeah. Tell
Mhm.
Emily I'm sorry.
I'm gonna walk away really confused and make my way towards Emily's, I guess.
Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, Veda?
Oh, again and again and again. 22.
Nice.
Roll 19s.
You know what? That's really annoying. You should just go. I tried forcing you, but apparently you're just too powerful for me.
I'm pretty strong, right? Like, did you really feel it when I got you that one time?
Yes, you punched me quite hard. But did you feel it when I got you that one time?
Yeah, that. I actually need to clean the blood off of my face still.
Yes.
You shouldn't talk to me anymore.
Clean the blood off your face, and we go to girls' night.
You're not invited to girls' night.
I am invited everywhere you are invited now,
You
Veda.
lied in the first place. You weren't even. That wasn't even really Elaine.
Oh, I mean, little white lies here and there are okay, aren't they?
No,
No?
that's illegal.
I
It's wrong.
don't think that's illegal.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think so. What are the laws here?
Hold on. I pull out my notebook that Elaine gave me.
Does it say lying is a no-no?
It says don't be an asshole.
That's... I'm not being one. I'm
Feel
saying you should go hang out with your friends.
Kidnapping people sounds like an asshole thing to do.
I didn't kidnap you. You came to my home.
Okay, I was just looking for flowers to be polite, because, you know, someone invites you to their house, you want to bring something nice.
Are you bringing that flower to Emily's?
No, I'm holding on to it now.
Okay.
Because what if it's cursed? I don't want Emily to get a cursed flower.
You know, Emily's going to be so sad.
I'll make it up to her once
She
you
is going to
once you
cry
go away.
and cry and cry, and
That's
you
not
are
true.
the cause of it.
Elaine is great company.
Elaine is great company, but she invited both of you. Don't you feel like she'd be so
Why do you want to
sad?
go so bad? Does no one invite you out? Is that why?
You know what? I don't like your attitude about me.
Well, maybe you should go home. And leave people's brains alone.
Possibly, maybe, I don't know. We'll find out when that happens. But for now, I will be quiet, and you can go to girls' night. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a trap.
Okay, well, bye for now.
Look around. It's like, I'll wait like a good 5 minutes. Okay. Are they still in the kitchen?
Who's they?
Dash and Kenny.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're still drinking.
Yeah.
Hey.
You alright?
You're still here, bunker kid?
You know what, Mr. Yes. Do people get possessed sometimes?
No.
Is this like a no, dragons weren't real and then they ended up being real, so people do actually get possessed?
This is a
Well,
no,
you know
as
what,
in you're
actually-
probably still high.
No, you know, Ilaria actually mentioned this might happen. Like, because, yeah, I thought dragons were an impossibility, but I never thought, possession by some chorus creature entirely impossible.
She just wants attention.
I mean, he seemed like he really wanted to go to girls' night, and now I feel bad. Like, should I go to girls' night if I'm haunted?
Are you gonna kill anybody?
I don't think so. Maybe he just never got invited to a girls' night before, and I kind of feel bad. But what if he tries to eat our souls?
Stop snorting those flowers and go to girls' night.
I don't snort flowers. I smell them delicately like a lady.
Are you worried you might hurt someone?
No. The only time he hurt me.
Well,
It's
here,
fine.
if you feel like you're losing control, just shoot yourself in the face with this.
Blah, no.
No, it's
I
it's
approve
stun
that
ammo.
message.
No, not in the face. but like if you're seriously worried that you're gonna hurt someone, you should either stay away from them or be ready to do something about it. I'm gonna hold up the gun.
Nope, no.
Okay.
I think you know what? I think Elaine will know what to do. You guys drink and things.
I just want to point out that even though Kenny and Veda have their disagreements, Kenny never told Veda to shoot herself.
Yes.
So,
Definitely
are you-
booking it out of there.
Are you going to girls' night then?
Yeah, I'm going to girls' night.
All right.
I'm
And
gonna give him a gun.
you chase after Elaine, who's walking over to Emily's.
Elaine!
Oh, you changed your mind?
Yeah, he's leaving me alone, and then now I'm thinking maybe he just doesn't have a lot of friends.
Okay. Well, now I don't have to figure out a way to explain this to Emily. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna give her the flower though. Like,
Sorry. Can I take a quick pause?
Don't say it. We don't acknowledge it. No.
Okay. Never mind.
I know what you're gonna say. We don't acknowledge it. All
I
right?
don't know what you're gonna say though.
Okay.
But we're all
Neither
very
do
proud
I.
of you.
So proud of you, Kat.
I'm so confused.
It's okay.
Solidarity. Anyway,
I'm so
Okay,
confused.
go ahead.
Yeah, Cat never drinks water. She's drinking water.
Ah.
For all the viewers at home, so now they're in on it too.
Proud of you, Kat.
And now they all are proud of you too.
Now I need to go get a soda.
No, stop.
No, sit back down.
Okay, Veda
didn't stand
and
up.
Veda and Elaine do some talking while I let my dog out.
So
That
yeah,
is
so
moving?
So we're not giving her the flower?
no, I don't know if I should hold on to it. I kind of still wanted to give it to River, but maybe that's a bad idea to give flowers from weird magical people to people.
If River has it, doesn't she destroy them to make smelly
Yeah, but
soaps?
what if then the people use the soap and they all get possessed by this one dude and it's like an evil hive mind of magical elf men?
If they possess somebody else, will it stop possessing you?
Oh, do you think it's like a curse that I have to pass on to other people just to free myself? That's
I
real
don't-
mean.
I don't know how curses work. I mean, I curse, but I don't curse.
You
other
never wandered
people.
into a field of flowers and woke up in a gazebo and there was a magical elf man offering you tea?
Once, but that was for an entirely different reason.
Did he talk in your head afterwards?
No, after a few hours, it kind of wore off.
Oh, okay. So I should be fine.
I think you're fine.
That's good.
And if you're not, well, I don't know how. I don't know how magic works. I don't know any of that. Maybe Alaria seemed to know what you were talking about. Maybe she knows
She
something
didn't seem
else.
like
if it doesn't wear off.
Worried. So yeah, if she wasn't real worried about it and she says that I was fine now that I'm okay out of it, maybe I just hit my head too hard. Because there were like spikes.
I think you need some drinks, whatever else girls' night entails, and
We can play truth or
and some
dare.
sleep. Sure. All right.
Oh, this will be fun. Probably not gonna go looking for flowers again.
Maybe
probably
not
a
by
bad plan.
yourself.
Well, I didn't go that far. That was the thing.
How far out were you?
I was right outside the city.
That's a little concerning.
Yeah, I wonder if like the flowers. I mean, it's a crack in it now, so I don't know if maybe he got so upset that he just blew up his house.
And now he's homeless and possessing you.
When you say it like that, it sounds bad.
I'm just trying to understand because I heard like one half of whatever conversation you were having.
He really wanted to go to girls' night.
All right.
Don't you think
So,
maybe, you know,
right.
he's never had
Odd
the
thing to
chance.
fixate on.
Yeah.
So you guys walk up to Emily's house, and as soon as you step onto the front step, girls' night.
Promised.
Sorry, I just got so excited. I'll shut up again. And the door swings open, and Emily's there, and she's like, "Girls' night."
Girls'
Sorry,
night.
that's the first time I ever said it. Did I do that right?
It sounded great.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. So I got some stuff that should work, but I don't have ice. So unfortunately, it's just gonna be weird a little bit.
It's fine.
It's
unique.
It's just tequila with the orange stuff. And then he said this tasted like lime juice. But we'll see, I guess.
First time for
boy.
everything.
Yeah.
So I got a deck of cards. Do you guys want to play a game or something?
We can play bullshit.
I don't know what that is.
You get all the cards, and then you're like, I'm putting down 3 4s, and then someone else can be like, there's no way you have 3 4s, bullshit, and then you flip it, and they're like, oh, you had 3 4s, so then the other person has to draw more cards.
Okay, yeah, sure, let's do it.
We'll figure it out as we go.
And guess what, guys? Guess what Colin had?
What?
What?
Cucumbers. And she pulls out these mini cucumber sandwiches.
Oh, those look cute.
No.
Oh,
No.
you don't like cucumbers? Sorry,
That's weird, right?
I
That's
can
weird, right?
What
I
are
can
you
go make
talking
some.
about?
I can go make
No.
something else.
No.
I'm sorry. I
No,
can.
I
No,
just
you're
have
fine, you're fine.
I just had a glimpse into the
She
future.
hit her head earlier, and she just woke up from a nap to try and feel better. She's not.
I went into
Oh.
another dimension. I saw things.
Like
I was
chorus?
told about the sandwiches.
Like you went to chorus, or
Maybe? No? Maybe? No? It was real nice. It had flowers, it was green, it was a little gazebo, and there was tea, and... Anyway, I don't know. It was weird. And he told me there'd be cucumber sandwiches.
who's he?
She saw a very well dressed elf.
Oh well, I did put on something. Oh, you're not talking.
Oh,
about
your
me, are
outfit
you?
looks very nice. But no, he was like fancy.
I definitely
I'm
feel
glad you think
underdressed.
I
I
was
didn't
so
realize
fancy.
we were getting dressed up.
Honestly, I just pulled something off the rack. It wasn't anything fancy. You should have seen some of the outfits I could have worn.
You know, that might have made me want to stay longer if you told me you had multiple outfits to try on.
Well, next time, I guess.
Nope. I'm gonna have a drink.
Oh, sure. And she pours a liquidy margarita into a glass for you. which the glass is just a mug.
Oh, this is cute.
You're gonna take a sip.
Yeah.
Drinks definitely sound
Yeah, I'm
good.
gonna try it. Is it
Alright.
good?
It's all right. Roll a con save.
Oh no.
Kind of like a social beverage.
Oh no. 4 plus.
1, 2.
I think it's a 2. That's my con.
Veda is tanked.
No, it's a +3. So 7.
All right. So you take one sip and it burns badly. And with that, once you finish your drink here, your first drink, you're drunk.
And then I was like, no, that's not Elaine. And I punched him.
Wow, you are white girl wasted.
I really burnt my tongue. Is that supposed to burn your tongue?
I mean, it's alcohol. No, I don't think so. She takes a sip and she's like, okay, maybe, yeah.
You know what might help with the burning? We have
Cucumber sandwiches? Yes. And she pops a cucumber sandwich in her mouth.
You don't feel haunted? Is it a
Um,
magical sandwich? Did you find it? in
I
a
mean, they
field?
taste pretty good.
It was with bread and cucumbers and salt and pepper. I'm sorry if that bothers you.
No, I'll eat one.
Okay, it tastes really good.
That's better.
She's the hungry drunk.
Mm-hmm.
It's because she
I
got
have
high.
I have lots more. So feel free to eat as much as you want. Colin gave me a good deal because I cleaned his house the other day. So
Emily, you're such a good friend. You're such a good friend. I eat more sandwiches.
all right.
Okay, are we drunkenly gonna play bullshit?
Yes.
Later?
I don't think we're actually going to play, but
If we all had cards, that would be fun.
we are going to hop over to the restaurant.
Ooh.
Colin comes up and he's like, "All right, I got all your meals ready to go. I'm not sure what your plan is exactly, but I have the meals ready. Are you wanting to eat them here? Probably.
Do you have room?
I mean, I can kick some people out. It's not a big deal.
Alright.
All right, everybody out. Get out. Private party. Everybody leave. Thank you.
Alright,
All
we'll
right,
line up
here-
some
here-
tables and stuff.
All right. So the people from Zion start coming in.
Alright, come in. Have a seat. Have a seat.
They're kind of looking around like they're a little nervous about what's going on.
No, it's alright. It's alright.
Well, with
You-
me and Dash sitting there as they walk in.
Their host being the one who killed somebody and the other one who yelled at somebody for killing somebody.
Alright.
What's all
you've-
this about exactly?
Well, you gotta eat. You all just worked all day. So it's time to get you fed. And I just want to speak frankly with you all. So go ahead, sit, relax, have something to eat.
Okay. And they all do. They sit, they eat.
Am I just here as the muscle to make you look scarier?
No. There is a point. All right.
He's gonna publicly assassinate you.
Ooh.
So, I want to know, how was your first day here? Be honest. What did you all think?
Just one of them speaks up and they're like, I mean, it was a little awkward, but I mean, not bad. We didn't die. We didn't get assaulted. There was no raids. There was no werewolves. I think we're we're good for the most part. A little weird being bossed around by the mutant man, but I mean it's understandable.
What you mean by the mutant man?
The four-legged, four-armed man who kind of runs the town. I'm not calling him out or anything. I'm just saying it was a little weird. We never really were told what to do before, but it's understandable. He's running the town trying to organize things, so I'm not going to complain.
All right.
But that
All right.
being
That's what I wanted to know.
that being said, it's like obviously you have to get used to a new way of living because we had hunting parties all the time who would go out and get us meals, and then we'd just share everything, and now we have to buy things, and it's a little different way, but you know, whatever.
Right. Because I want to put it plainly for you all. All right. You all knew what was happening in Zion, right? And why it was all happening?
I mean, yeah, we never really hid anything from each other.
All right. So I want to know if you are going to be satisfied with staying here and working hard to make this town the highest functioning it can be. Because I know you've all lost a lot. But the deal we cut with those werewolves was that no side is going to retaliate. We all get to walk away and live. All right? So if any of you are harboring any kind of resentment or any kind of ideas that you're going to get out there and start hunting them again, I need to know.
A, we don't have enough numbers for that. B, I think we're good. I feel like there's been enough bloodshed. I know Tammy over here lost her 2 kids, and Tammy starts breaking down crying. And it's like, I feel like most of us have lost family, friends, whatever, and I don't think we want any more of that. So, no, I think you're okay. I think we'll be fine just, being for a bit. And as for working hard to build things up here or whatever, we'll do what we can. There's only 28 of us. Like, we didn't escape with hundreds of people. It's kind of, we have what we have and we'll do what we can do.
Well, it's good to hear that you got a reasonable outlook on the whole thing. Now, does anybody here feel that they're being treated unfairly?
No.
What?
One sec.
Yeah. Because you all
I have 4 5s.
Bullshit. Veda's just been calling bullshit everyone's turn. Bullshit.
You guys
to 10.
aren't gonna believe this,
It's
but
bullshit.
I've got
Wait,
5
what?
3s.
1 to 10 is bullshit. When I flip them.
Do it.
That's a 7. I do not have 4 5s.
Now you gotta take more cards.
Oh man.
I have to leave in half an hour.
Oh no.
Oh, to the airport?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like midnight, huh? Oh no.
And then once I get back, I'll get maybe 2 hours of sleep.
Power nap.
You can do it.
As long as I don't
But then
sleep through
again-
my alarm, that would be bad. Maybe I should set another alarm.
Set like 3.
4:20.
What is it?
4:10. There. 3 alarms. I'm good. It's sad I need to leave in half an hour to go to the airport, and I have an alarm set for 4 hours to go to the airport.
Woo.
Woo woo. To the
Isn't
States.
travel fun?
Totally.
Yeah, the superior country.
I'm not. That is technically true. I am landing in Canada first.
Wow. Lame.
But you're not ending in Canada.
Yeah,
You're going to
so
Tejas?
I am going south, which is clearly going down in quality.
No. You are going to the superior state.
The superior state of the inferior country is still
Of
inferior
the
to
superior
Canada.
country.
I don't know if I'd call
No.
Texas the superior state.
Well, it's
That's
clearly
all.
not California.
It's clearly not Ohio.
Who
If anyone is
vouches
from
for
I'm
Ohio?
sorry. But if you could get rid of one of the 50 states, which one would it be and why is it Ohio?
There's nothing. I mean, Ohio doesn't bother anybody.
Ohio's like,
Neither does Rhode
Yeah.
Island.
Rhode Island seems pretty though.
You
Like,
never
it's a
hear anything about
place.
Rhode Island, I'll be honest.
Yeah, people mind their business there. I think we can get rid of a lot of the southern desert states like New Mexico.
I'm definitely going to be a zombie when I
Arizona.
land in Texas.
No, it's fine.
Hello.
No,
Welcome.
now he's
The
back.
DM has returned.
you're muted.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No,
Okay. Where were we? You were yelling at people.
like, no, okay, sure. All right, because I want to put it all very frankly for you that you owe us and this town a bit of a debt. Do you disagree?
Oh, you asked them if they felt that they were being treated unfairly.
Yeah, and no one really felt like they were.
No. I mean, I don't disagree, but I also, you brought us here, but I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of us died. There's not a whole lot we can offer anyway. And on
No,
top
you-
of that, it's like,
not-
obviously we're gonna do stuff, but
Yeah, I'm not asking a whole lot from you except for some hard work and your dedication to this place to actually make it better, not just putting in time. Now, if any of you feel that's unreasonable and that you're not in some part, small way responsible for what happened in Zion and you want to get up and leave, that's fine. No one's going to stop you. But if you're going to go, the time is now. Well, after you're done.
they all kind of like start discussing amongst themselves a little bit. And five of them are kind of like, yeah. And they kind of, after they're done eating, they get up and just walk out.
All right, hold up. We'll fix you up with some rations on the way out. But I want you to know that running away from the consequences of your actions like you are right now is extremely cowardly. Do you disagree? Do you not feel at least a little bit responsible? Or feel a little bit indebted to what we've provided for you here.
I mean, I don't feel responsible now. I wasn't the one who decided on anything. It wasn't exactly a unanimous decision, but they did what they were going to do, and I wanted a safe place to live, but whatever. If you want to try and blame me or pin this on me or whatever, do whatever you want.
No, I'm just trying to put out for you what kind of man you want to be. I look over at Kenny.
Am I missing something here?
No, you're free to make your decisions, but every decision has consequences.
Does that mean you're going to kill me like the doctor?
No, I'm not going to kill you. I told you, you're free to go.
Oh, so that one's going to kill us. Is that what you're saying the consequences are?
I don't make his decisions for him, nor do I make yours. If you want to go, you go.
Okay, well, we're going to head. So,
Shoot them. No.
I sit back down, start eating.
okay. You guys, I assume, are just finishing your meal then?
Kenny's gonna follow them out of the distance.
Are you freaking kidding me? Okay.
Let's do a murder.
Okay. Is that it?
He's waiting for them to be out of town and a little ways out.
Oh my god, Becky.
Dash sees Kenny get up and walk away. Just
Are we the big
We're
nerd?
devolving into chaos.
you are not the good guys. I will say that right now.
I didn't say I'm gonna kill them.
Okay.
Why
100%
else would
is
you
what
be
you're gonna
following
do.
them out? Oh my lord.
Anyway, yeah, they walk out of town.
Once they're a little distance out, I shoot a rock near them just so it explodes and they know.
Yeah, that's what we thought. And they continue walking.
they are irrationally brave.
We got nothing to lose, I guess.
I suppose.
I mean, what else do they have to lose?
No, I'm not gonna kill them.
Thank the Lord.
I made a decision
Anyway.
earlier, but I have nothing against making people fear for their lives.
You know what, guys? I didn't have good friends, and I think that you guys. I think you guys are my best friends, and I just want to say I have enjoyed our time together since the sub, and
Aw.
I'm so happy to have you guys in my life.
Oh my god.
Emily, you're the best, and I love all your notebooks. And you made me muffins. And she just falls over and hugs her.
I have a drink in one hand, and I'm just sitting there like nodding, just eating a cucumber sandwich with the other.
You all are really embarrassing. You know that. Just sloppy drunks.
This is what girls' night is. If you're not down for girls' night, then go
Oh no,
away.
I'm down. This is so entertaining.
Yeah, you know what? You're supposed to be quiet.
I just I had nobody for 100 years, and then you guys came around, and it's just the best. It's just the best. I'm so happy you guys found me. I'm a little embarrassed about the singing still, but I'm so happy you guys
No,
found
you
me.
have a beautiful
You were
voice.
great.
Beautiful voice. You should sing more often. You should perform at the bar with Boone.
You think? I
Yeah.
should, shouldn't I? That'd be
You
great.
make a lot of money.
I'm gonna make
Do a
so
duo
much money,
thing.
you guys.
You wouldn't have to clean people's houses.
Yeah, people's houses are gross here. They're just
Hey,
gross.
No one knows proper hygiene. I had to fix Dash's drawer because all his forks were messed up. He had forks in the spoons.
Who has messed up forks?
I
That
know.
makes no sense.
It's just dumb.
Yeah,
But you
boys
should
are
go be
dumb.
famous.
Boys are dumb. Let's do girls' night every night.
Every night we're in town. We'll just leave them all behind and we'll hang out. And then sometimes maybe the ghost man will be here, but he doesn't talk to me that much.
Yeah, let's do it every time. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, this whatever she made here, it's pretty rough. But the cucumber sandwiches are good.
The cucumbers definitely help.
Comes back and it's got like a little. She's like, I think we're gonna go to bed. I'm tired.
We're gonna all sleep like in the same room.
Do you want to have a sleep? We have
We did a
sleepover?
sleepover. That's part of it, right?
Here? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, we're not that big. We could fit in the same bed.
Yeah,
Let's
we
do
can
it.
tell secrets.
Yeah, we
What
can
kind of secrets?
talk about secrets and boys and crushes and stuff.
Do you have a crush on somebody?
Well, that's for the secret bed.
Okay.
Job.
I'm so sorry. Are we doing truth or dare laying in bed?
No,
I think it
no,
has
we're
to
doing-
be. Yeah,
We're
it
just
has to be
talking.
the secrets.
We're just talking. It's fine, Elaine. It's fine. We can just talk.
Okay.
It's fine. Don't worry. So, what do you guys think of Kara?
Kara is really great, except she got mad. Except, I guess there was a really good reason for her to be mad. But I like Kara.
I think Kara's really pretty.
She's really good with a gun.
Oh, she's real good with knives.
Both. Both is good.
I think you and Kara would make a really cute couple.
You think?
She's kind of with our other half-elf friend right now. I don't know. Do you think they were? Do you think they were flirting before we left?
No, I mean,
Kara's
think
into
they're
some other girl.
I don't think so. The other girl was just very
no,
flirty.
I think she's just
Do you guys think
offered
I'm
her a place
pretty?
to stay.
You're so
you're
pretty.
You guys are pretty too. Veda, I could
Thanks.
just pet you all day.
Our half-elf friend would think differently.
Huh?
She said that my face needed work.
Well, she's dumb. Just because she's got a fancy
She
mansion.
is dumb. She sounds so dumb.
She what? Well, she was also nice, but you know what,
She's
Elaine, you're
dumb, but
pretty.
she's loaded.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's cheating. I could have been loaded. I was underwater. I could have been loaded. You guys said I'm gonna make
You
so
totally
much money
could've been
singing.
loaded.
Gonna
You
make so
are.
much money singing.
I bet you could set up a really good deal at that bar place where Boone was performing. And then we can bring Kara here one time and she'll see you sing.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Anyway, I'm just. Don't worry, guys. I'm just gonna keep talking. I'm just gonna close my eyes just for a second. Just for a second.
Okay.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Okay.
I'm just gonna close my. There she's out.
And do you have a crush?
No, absolutely not.
No?
I've been through that twice. I'm good. I'm good.
Hmm.
I don't think third time's the charm.
Well, I guess you never know. It's a big old radioactive world out here.
Veda, do you have a crush?
No.
That sounds like a lie.
It's
Oh.
a check.
Not really. I have responsibilities.
Well, we can
Same.
shirk those from time to time. Anyway, you're so drunk. I think it's time you all go to sleep.
That sounds sinister when you say it, because like you're not drunk at all.
I mean,
Are you gonna pop out of the darkness
no,
and
that's
kill
creepy.
everybody?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. You seem like you do weird stuff.
You are so entertaining. I'm not going to be killing you anytime soon. I mean, at all. Not at all.
I mean that thing really hurt that was painful.
It's fine. That was just your brain. You don't need your brain to survive. It's fine. Anyway, have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I hope not. Goes to bed.
No. Everybody else, I assume, separates and goes to bed after the supper and everything.
Yeah.
I assume.
Kenny makes his way back to eat his meal, making sure like he's not hiding that he tries to make everyone think that he killed the people.
Anyway, yes. But everybody thinks you did. It's fine.
Yep.
Comes back, sets his gun by the table.
Yeah, like he
Continues
wants
eating.
people to think that he's doing it.
And then after supper, you guys go home and go to sleep, just like everybody else. And then, in the morning, Veda, when you wake up, there's a top hat on your chest. And that's where we're going to end tonight's game.
Oh, I'm so
Bye.
hungover.
Is that Elaine or you?
I have not been eating tonight, but Elaine has had a lot to drink.
Anywho, thank you everybody for joining us. If you did join us, and I will let everybody know that this episode will be later uploaded to our YouTube channel, the Worst D&D channel on YouTube. And yeah, hope everybody enjoyed, and we will see you all possibly next week. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on, but it was nice having you around.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Love
And as
you.
always, Boone loves you.